pull them out of retirement.
What?
The shoes, the ones. Y'all know I don't really wear ones.
Get some people
I
up
become
in
a
here.
fan of ones lately.
All right, guys, we live. Trying to get some people up in here.
I don't know what my beef really is. I think
But
it's like they don't
ones?
feel the same.
I like ones. They comfortable.
I like threes. I like shoes that hug your feet.
Ones can hug your feet. Not quite as much.
Oh
as
yeah.
threes.
We
I
should've
don't
turned-
like time. That's why.
Yeah.
You think it'll hit us?
No, I don't know if it was loud enough, but that was enough time that they'd have been like, "Oh, nigga, y'all done."
Y'all think he's going?
Like, that was definitely enough time that they did it.
But somebody was.
I know that melody.
Nigga walking to the thing already. Like, nigga, that was my drum.
I know them was my drum.
Right.
Hold on, let's get this going.
We already live now?
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I was like, "Oh, we
yeah,
definitely should have."
I wasn't even thinking.
I don't think it was loud enough, but I definitely know it was long. Like that was a long enough time period.
Oh, yeah.
I was worried yesterday. After playing Hi-Fi Rush and getting it taken, I wasn't using the streamer mode. They got songs in Expedition 33. I was like, bro, if they knock my shit off because of this song.
No, great though. I mean, great. I mean, have you heard some regular songs like
No, not well. They all so it was a lot of like classical music and like it sounded like some French shit.
What is it saying? And I gotta see if I can find it because I liked it in my. I don't know if I liked it on Facebook or Instagram, but the dude who composes it, composed it was a SoundCloud dude that he found and said, "Just do my whole game."
See, so that's what I'm saying.
Like,
SoundCloud,
but he was doing it. He spent his life like making he would every blue moon get online and make video game music.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? So he said he just randomly
So
shared it.
this is producer, and same situation. He makes all these these riffs, just like TV show 90s sitcom style riffs. Yeah, right. He be doing it as a joke, but I was like, bro, if anybody ever do like a 90s bass show, bro, they gotta call you, bro. Like that.
So you got it in the back.
Like, cause he be killing it too every time.
Like, bro, the keyboard.
Yeah, he'll do the keyboard. He'll just do a whole bunch of just different ones.
I mean, I love that we keeping it alive. He can't die, fam. We got it in the digital. Now we got it in the digital now.
I gotta find out who he is again and shit.
But no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The game. Yeah.
Hey man, let's hear Bucks in 6. Listen, bro, I still got faith. Bucks in 6, bro.
Confidently.
What I miss? We losing?
No, game made tonight.
But I mean, we are losing right now.
Yeah, it's going on 2:30.
Yeah.
No, the game at 8:30.
No, I'm saying, but it's 2-1.
Yeah.
We down in the series.
We got the late. Yeah, we got the late game.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying
Oh yeah. We
2:30.
down in the series.
That's
But here's the
the,
thing:
Lakers game.
the two teams that give that I'm rooting for, because Steph put on an amazing show last night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, greatest point guard ever, man. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Hell yeah, absolutely,
Ever?
absolutely. Right now,
Like, including Iverson?
right now, Steph is the greatest.
Including John
But you
Stockton?
saying
No, the
ever.
only
You can use them
yes,
both.
I can.
You saying wait,
I
shooter
say
or
Everett, so
point
right now,
guard?
No, so in the whole
Wait,
in the-
shooter or point guard?
point guard, he is the best point guard.
Damn,
It goes him, Magic.
that's aggressive.
It goes Steph. It goes Magic.
That's aggressive.
Hell, did you good?
I don't debate sports anymore because niggas be unrealistic.
You don't
Aggressively
hide it,
unrealistic.
Niggas be unrealistic. So I just go, oh, okay.
You don't hide it. You definitely know how to clap back undercover because niggas don't know how to hide. Dog.
Yeah, so, and then like I said,
But I mean,
and I'm rooting for Giannis. What was you going to say?
Because you keep throwing it off. Because you keep telling me ever. but
So
at the
yeah,
same
ever
time-
in the history of the
But
NBA, he is the best
Okay,
point guard.
So it ain't like right now.
Well, he's the best point guard right now too.
That's what I'm saying. Because I would consider it ever. That would be in the same.
Yeah.
bucket. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I got him
Magic?
and then Magic.
Yeah, this ain't a sports podcast. So
I know. I wasn't trying to
Say
debate.
what you want.
I wasn't trying to debate it. I was just trying to get into it. I was just trying to say,
You can definitely live.
hey, listen, I'm not the only one that said it.
You got it, bro.
Matt Barnes said,
What?
Matt
That's
Barnes said it too?
that's crazy.
a lot of people say, bro,
That's crazy.
Shaq said, like, it's not crazy. It is not crazy.
Bro, it's a little extravagant, but it's your feelings are valid.
This is safe space.
It is, man.
All right, we ready? We about to get into it? Oh.
But you notice how I didn't slander him like some people do LeBron James.
Oh yeah, listen, I definitely,
even when you hit it.
I definitely slander LeBron,
Oh, I just unplugged my mic.
but it's only on the
All right,
court. Outside of that, LeBron, he's my favorite. He's my favorite sports player, activist person. Like he's top. But in the league, yeah, I definitely slander him on that court.
Yeah, that's all I need.
But here's the thing, I'm also very, very vocal and very, very honest about my on-court LeBron James hate. I let people know that right off the rip.
Which I don't understand. we need to have a.
I let people know that right off the rip.
About
I love that. Was that recent when they just showed the video that they go on the ground?
On the
He was
ground.
speaking on the league.
Oh yes, it was.
That's just NBA.
I mean,
That's
at
just
this point.
But you know what? This is why, like I said, outside of the court, well, I do fuck with LeBron because I don't know if y'all been seeing his most recent commercial, but he has a book deal about, and so because they always say he always lying about reading the books. Every time they say he always on the first page, and I forgot what service it is, but it's about like reading and shit like that. And
It's a book about reading?
No, it's not a book.
It's an app.
It's an app. Yeah, and but they use
book online or whatever.
Yeah, but LeBron, so they're like, hey, what page of the book you on? He's like, man, and so I love, like, as a celebrity, I fuck with Bron, bro.
We both wrong. It's a gaming app.
Oh, it's a gaming app.
It's a swipe puzzle gaming app.
Okay.
But what it's saying is,
he don't be reading. He be doing that.
High school and took the librarian, and she found books with the little square cut out. She's like, "This is the book he checked out. Why would people do that?" And it's supposed to be him, instead of reading, playing the game.
Look at that.
But like I said, as a celebrity, I fuck with Bron with the moves he make, even fucking around with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even like, even how he be reacting online. Like people always say that like he overhyped song, he don't never know the lyrics. So then he started doing like, oh man, this album too good. He do it for every album. Like I fuck with him as a celebrity. I just don't fuck with him on the court.
You just don't fuck with him on the court?
Nope.
So if he never played basketball and he just came out how he was, would you still fuck with him in the same energy?
If this is his personality and how he was, absolutely, dog. Absolutely.
Being the ultimate liar.
Yep.
Also the ultimate liar.
But he has negative attributes with his lines.
Right.
Who? Like,
LeBron's lines is just like, why would you lie about that?
LeBron lying because y'all looking.
Well, yeah, I feel like now that definitely, but like
you
beforehand,
you know who he is? He's Tony Stark. Like his thing is, I'm so famous that I just gotta have fun with this because y'all ain't gonna leave me alone.
I mean, you could say that he's Shaq energy. It's a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Big time Shaq.
Big time Shaq energy.
Big time Shaq energy. Shaq be lying.
I mean,
like
we ain't saying the basketball. We just
don't do LeBron like that.
Wait. What part
don't
of you?
do LeBron like
is
that?
it because of the creepiness of Shaq?
No, Shaq is a hater.
Oh yeah, he is a hater. He is a
Don't
hater.
do all that.
He is, but we ain't talking about that though. We ain't talking about that.
Don't do all that.
He is
We're
definitely a
a
hater.
sports podcast.
No, but Shaq is also a hater.
Yeah.
Shaq annoys me with how much he behaves. Like I used to be a Shaq fan. Shaq was my dog.
Shaq
until he
favorite.
retired.
Shaq
favorite. And I'm like, bro, you just this much of a hater, fam?
You didn't like it? You didn't like it at all?
He a hater that don't watch games.
This is sports.
He
This is
don't.
sports. You know,
It's
it's
like
like
I don't debate
sport. That ain't in your face. You ain't about to fight me about it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it in your face. Like, okay. All right, hold on. All right.
Not too much on Shaq. All right, man.
Yeah, I'll be.
Hey man, Shaq is the national treasure, man.
He's a national hater. That's what it is.
I mean, he in both books. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
As this is saying, on the court, I fuck with Shaq.
So yours is the flip flop.
Court, you
Once
ain't
this
going.
man leave the court and start talking basketball, unless he's talking about, like, I can't even give him that because nigga don't be watching enough to get nigga good advice. Nigga got that.
So the way I look at Shaq is like a jacking ass nigga, bro. Like there's moments where Shaq, you be like, all right, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
every time I see it on Instagram, he's buying another big ass fucking Suburban or some shit, fam. Like, I'm like, I don't know what he's doing.
He's not buying those big ass Suburbans. Over here talking about who the fuck want to talk about this team. Oh, I don't even be watching their games though.
But see, Shaq did in my book
He
because
not do that on what's it call it though. He not do that on ESPN.
Yeah.
No, it's TNT.
I'm sure you've heard that. I'm sorry, I wasn't famous. I wasn't familiar with your game. I'm sure you've heard that.
Yeah.
That's Shaq.
The nigga was talking about a player
that everybody knew about. Everybody knew about his game, and Shaq was like, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with your game.
You don't think he was just playing?
No, that nigga was serious.
Bro, come on. That's so he turned into he like the dibs of social media. Bro, I don't follow none of that shit on social media.
You can't do that when you getting paid to talk basketball.
Obviously, you can.
You can, man.
Because Shaq, listen, they renewed that contract. So here's the thing, though. But like I said, but also where Shaq wins in my book is because he champions Giannis. Out of all the sportscasters, he's probably one of the.
You respect that?
Whoa! Broken clock is right twice a day. You know.
Shit, y'all ready?
We ready, man. We can go.
All right. You gonna go countdown?
Yeah. He wrapped up with Shaq, bro. Yeah, leave Shaq alone.
Fam threw him off.
He do be coming to Milwaukee.
That nigga Shaq.
He coming to Milwaukee for the T-Pain Wisconsin Fest.
He is gonna be here for that.
He was in there?
For what?
He gonna be at Wisconsin.
No, he was Summerfest last year, right?
Saying
No,
what?
he was at
gonna be there.
tacos. He was at tacos and tequila.
Yeah.
He was at tacos and
Yeah, he
tequila
was,
last
yeah.
He
year.
might have to email that nigga.
Last year.
The tequila went down horribly last year.
Because it
Bad.
rained.
Just
Yeah,
bad
we got
weather.
rained out.
Yeah.
I mean, normal festival behavior. Y'all know it.
Any festival when it rained too badly.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't mean it like specifically them. But on 3, 1, 2.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces with me. I got my man Bacardi Sensei in the building.
What is good, everybody? Happy spring.
Happy fucking spring, man. I got Didge in the building.
What is happening, people? What is happening, people?
Man, we got Trip in the motherfucking building.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Yep, and we got King out the shop.
Yeah. What it do, everybody? What it do?
Shaq was at the rave.
Shaq be everywhere, man. Shaq,
He do be everywhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if Shaq knocked on our door right now. Like, yo, what up, Geekset? Like, bro, Shaq just be everywhere.
I heard you talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
That
I
nigga
definitely want to see DJ McCall with the fuck up like cuz, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
If you was talking,
Shaq be everywhere, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
dog,
like,
bro.
you can never be surprised to see Shaq somewhere, dog. Like that nigga be everywhere. But hey, man, how niggas been? Like I know we've been seeing each other off camera and shit like that, and behind the scenes and shit and other shit, but we haven't potted in like a month.
It's been a month.
So I mean, what's
has it been
good?
a month worth of time?
Yeah,
So
it's
we
been.
already obviously only podcast every other week, but then C2E2 happened last 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Oh, it
Missed
was
that.
that. Oh, yeah.
we didn't
and
pod.
was some Chicago
Yeah.
podcast.
So shit, man. How's niggas been, man? Cardi, man, how you been, bro?
I've been good, fam. I've been really, fam. I mean, I think ever since C2E2, fam, it's now we just think about DreamCon. Like it's con season. So it's been like, it's been really busy. It's been really nerve-wracking at times trying to get like the clothes and stuff together, trying to get, I think our finances is how it is. Like we bounce. Like, but it's been cool. I'm excited, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Like I said, I can tell you excited or inspired because, and I think it's really because of the Love Wins drop. Because, like I said, you back on your fashion shit.
I feel
Back
like
on my bullshit.
I feel like the love wins was something that was definitely it helped really boost my confidence back up again and enjoy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I definitely feel like if I apply myself more, just like I did in that moment, that I can continue, you know what I'm saying, to make this something out, what I want to do. That's why even after the Love Wins, when I was creating it, that was definitely in my mind to do something with the spring collection because I've only done the fall and then I've done Valentine's Day stuff, but I've never done it in the spring or the summer. Yeah. So it was definitely, it was already in the works that I was going to probably do something. I wanted more brighter colors to go throughout this year.
Yeah. Y'all see it, man. Like I said, y'all see it.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They
already on the website. You can go grab them on the web. You know what I'm saying?
Didge, man. Didge been pumping out content, dog.
Yeah, Didge been
that nigga Didge doing
This nigga Didge every day pop up.
Bro, this nigga Didge been doing fucking reviews. This nigga Didge been doing trailer reactions. Like,
I just been doing shit. Like, I just been trying random shit. With my computer had fucked up. That kind of ruined my edit fest. So like,
oh, you had an edit fest?
Bro, I was gonna do edit fest, and I woke up one day.
Wasn't our commercial for edit? No,
that was last year.
That was last year. The commercial was for edit fest. Okay.
And I woke up one day, and my computer was just done. Like I was able to fix it, but I lost like a week trying to fix it, and it was like by the time and. In fixing it, I lost a lot of old files, which I had to basically start all over, and I'm like, I'm not doing this in a
Your shit crashed? Like what you had to reboot? Like you had to reboot from a system point?
I got the hard drive that's like the hard drive didn't crash or anything, it just stopped being recognized as a boot drive. And so I had to, basically reinstall everything.
Yeah.
And so I can pull certain shit off of it, but a couple folders they weren't able to be recovered. So I was like, whatever. Yeah. So since I had extra time, I was like, well, let's use this time that I'm already squared away for this to just try other shit. So like, yeah, been doing some trailer reactions.
Been gaming a lot, like
gaming.
Got your. You know what? Well, hey, make sure y'all tune in to Digits Twitch because this nigga got his lighting set up, and that nigga been.
definitely took a lot of time.
You know, because he been bragging about that lighting. He get every chance he get.
I finally got that in a way that I really love it. Like it's so good. It be loud as a bitch though. Like you can hear the fan come on if I'm streaming.
Oh really?
You can hear it on stream. So yeah, because I got essentially another one of these, but it's RGB.
Well, you got high ceilings.
It's not the same. It's not the same size softbox. Oh, okay. So like this one, I think is a 36-inch softbox. I know y'all can't see it on stream, but the one that I have at home is 17, so about half.
About half of that. Okay, I see that there.
So I got a tabletop, like a tabletop light stand. I think it go up like 2 feet.
Okay.
So it's enough where it can still essentially shine down on me how this one is. And then behind me, I got the lights that are RGB as well. So that way now you can see the color light. I got the big ass PlayStation sign back there.
Okay.
So like I really like how it turned out. I spent a lot of time making sure that looked good. And yeah, so I figured you got to show it off. You got. I mean,
you got to. Yeah, now you got to do something with it. That's what I said. If you invest in it, you got to do something with it.
Yep. All right, man. Hey, King, man, what's been good with you, man?
Man, I really kind of been chilling, working. Doing little stuff here and there.
Yeah,
I'm
got your movie reviews back.
Yeah, movie reviews is back. It's actually been fun. What's crazy is it's been a good week because it's been like plenty trailers dropping this week.
Yeah,
so plenty of announcements of movies or just like the first or second trailers dropping. So yeah, we got a lot of I got a lot of content coming.
Yeah,
next week. But man, it's actually been a really good movie and TV like week.
Yeah,
like even like Netflix dropped a bunch of new movies.
Yeah.
I think Hulu got a few. It's just
back,
been crazy. Man.
Yeah, but you back. I'm already on that, bro.
Because so like I know I've been talking about 7 Deadly Sins, but I just got caught up, right?
So 7 Deadly Sins, or
yeah, and it's like I feel like I've been missing out on so much.
I told you, that's really good. Like it definitely got better.
Well, the little bit that I was watching when I was at King Shop getting my hair lined up, that I was like, I got to come back into it.
And what I come to realize is the movies that they put out. They do lead to the series. They just look bad.
Oh,
so once you get over that, like once I watched the first and second season, current seasons, when I went back and watched, now I started the movies over again. I'm like, okay, I can deal with it.
Yeah.
I get. I was because I feel like we didn't. I don't think we had because we didn't have a podcast because that would have been the weekend of C2E2, right? Your birthday and everything.
Yeah.
Like how's life been so far since birthday? I mean, you had a great time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We didn't get to say happy birthday on the podcast.
Yeah. Officially 40.
Surprise party.
You know what I'm saying?
Had that surprise party. Cardi almost fucked it up
too. So
Cardi loud ass almost fucked it up.
He said he heard me already.
Hey, so let's talk about that real quick. That shit was funny. That was probably the funniest thing in the world because, like, for weeks leading up to that, I had always thought it was gonna be just a dinner. Like, me and her gonna go to dinner. She's probably gonna have some people meet us at the dinner. Because that's kind of what she slipped up and said. Like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do nothing too crazy. I'm like, all right, cool. So then, as I'm getting out the car, I my eyes are closed. I could feel nothing but the sun on my face, and all I hear is Bacardi's laugh. That laugh right there. And I'm like, bro, I don't say nothing. Nothing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let it ride out. I'm going to just, because maybe it's a dude that sound like Bacardi. Like, I don't want to be just.
You had your eyes closed?
Yeah.
She had your okay.
Yeah, so I only had my phone out. So I'm like, if I record everything, then I can go back and rewatch it. And it was the funniest shit because as soon as I heard your voice, I was like, damn, that's got to be Bacardi. It can't be nobody else but Bacardi. It maybe is somebody else. And as soon as I came in, it was funny because I didn't see Bacardi.
Oh,
yeah.
He was
still outside.
He's still outside.
And I saw everybody else. And I didn't really see y'all right away because I saw like the people at the bar. And I looked way back. I'm like, damn. And then I saw Deuces and I'm like, wait a minute. So then that's when he came in with Tay behind.
Yeah.
Fuck me up. I'm like, dog. She
snapped.
Yeah.
And she went crazy with the setup.
Crazy.
Which also
setup was insane.
This here. much love to your wife, but she needs to also start giving instructions because when she told me she made me make the flyer. I just made the flyer, right?
Yeah.
So when we got there, we was just dressed regular, but the setup gave more like, hey, get formal.
And like the 2 or 3 people who were there before us, they was already dressed, all that. And I'm like,
me and Dish was there, and I was like, I feel like we out of place because we was hood as shit. They was fun.
I think I was in that 10. I was in that 10, like you said.
Yeah.
It was 10. You could definitely go out with it.
Yeah,
but
no,
you definitely can.
Y'all was fine. I know.
Yeah.
After more people came, we saw. We was like, okay. I thought me and Dish was gonna be the only ones.
You haven't seen the episode.
I mean, I thought we were supposed to just come out the podcast.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Because
I definitely like I said because you didn't show us like no one knew. You said you just gave us a date and whatever like that, so I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you didn't say anything about it. I was like,
because she didn't tell me nothing about
bro. So I'm assuming we just stepped it out to the bar or
that's
some
the thing.
shit.
It
like,
wasn't a dress code. She literally, I think her thing, because like I was gonna wear something a little more formal. She was like, no, just long as you wear this, the shirt and the pants, I don't care what else you wear. And I'm like, all right, so I'm doing. That's why I said it has to be a dinner. Because you're not asking me to put on nothing crazy. I'm wearing Jordans. Like, it can't be that. You know what I mean?
That was what fuck. When we was standing, I was like, bro, this nigga King finna show up.
Well, see, because of how she was dressed.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, she gonna be like. I'm like, all right. We saw her people, and I was like, all right, what's going on here?
Because you wearing a nice dress, I'm wearing Jordans. It balances out.
I see what you saying. So you already know she gonna dress up. So it's like I'm really just gonna be me, but I'm gonna step it up a notch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
honestly, every married dude know when you get an outfit and they tell you to put it on, you gonna put it on.
Yeah,
right. So I didn't have no say so in that. The only thing I had was the hat, the shoes, and the other vest that I had over it. That was the only thing I had control
everything
over.
was laid on the bed for you already.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but it was dope to see, man. It was definitely dope to see. Trip. Man, a lot been going on in wrestling.
Man, it's been a lot going on in wrestling. So I just been, consuming wrestling. It's really pretty much my busy season right now with the cons, and then it's my wedding anniversary, and then
When's the anniversary?
It was the 17th.
Of April.
Yeah, so C2E2 was our celebration.
That's fire.
And then,
hey, shout out to the Blurs. That is a blurry ass celebration. Man.
I mean, like I said, we a part of it anyway. Like I said, that
was the full circle for the weekend, right? Because if y'all been around for a while, like back before we were on camera, Geekset was just audio. I think episode 12. If y'all want to go back and listen to episode 12 on Apple Podcasts,
you got that. Like y'all got that. Y'all got that focus somewhere.
We got that cover. Put it on the shirt
on the live episode. Yeah.
He proposed.
What was that? Mighty Con.
He proposed right in front of the booth.
Right. We was live.
We was live.
That was Geekset's first con.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was wild. It was monumental.
Because we talk about, not just remember that you really did do that.
Yeah.
In front of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Mighty Con.
And then after that, it's Mother's Day coming up, and then it's my daughter's birthday. So all of that before even DreamCon
got you active,
man. And then we got DreamCon at the end of the month. So it's like it's just back to back to back for me. So just getting through all of that. But.
Yeah. Oh shit, nigga. So.
Wait, first, real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Bo, to answer your question, you haven't seen a podcast episode in a minute because we missed the episode because of C2E2.
Yeah. So I've been catching up on like just a lot of TV and shit like that, and then and really just trying to also make some behind the scene connects for Geekset that I've been really working LinkedIn like crazy. So just trying to get some things going. But what's funny is, so I was catching up on Raising Kanan, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's my hood show. But then it's on Stars. Come to find out, they got all the hood movies on Stars. So I've been going back rewatching the old hood movies. Forgot, some of them. So I started off with Minister Society, went to Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying?
Boys in the Hood already?
Hey, what I realized, and I was telling Digits in the car, I said, bro, you go back some of these old hood movies, those casts was stacked. With motherfucking top tier actors. I said, bro, John Singleton had Angela Bassett in Compton. Bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they was willing to do it back there.
Yeah.
So,
and bro, it was
for the love back there.
At the time, also, they were younger in their career.
They were.
You at that time, you like, bro, I fuck with you as the director.
That's
because we gonna all grow together.
Right.
Yeah,
Because like imagine right now I'm saying, all right, look here, I'm about to do a movie. It's gonna be a set in Compton. We're gonna have Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne. We're gonna
you gotta be a color director. Ryan can pull it off.
Ryan can pull it off. And the right story, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: when some of these stories, and I realized I was like, fam, a lot of these art classic movies are really like just drama. Like we have funny moments that are funny to us because of like the hood or you know aesthetics of it. But I'm like, bro, a lot of these movies, these are all drama, but they are great stories. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. They told from our eyes.
Yeah. What is your favorite hood movie?
Ooh,
Man, you just throwing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, this is an easy question for me. It's
Man.
Friday. Because Friday because you get Boys in the Hood and like Menace to Society, all of those are just drama.
They're drama. Yeah, they're real drama.
Friday is the dramedy.
Because it's based as a comedy first. You like I can at least have happy moments watching it.
Damn, that's a tough one. It really is a tough one because I mean, on any given day, I would definitely say, and I'm going to use today, but I'm going to Get You Sucker is definitely one of my.
That's definitely
a classic.
That's a good one.
That's a classic.
I'm gonna Get You Sucker.
So mine is actually a drama, and mine's might be paid in full.
I'm actually taking my shit back because I actually Harlem Night, bro.
Harlem Nights is that
cast was bananas.
Mine is definitely Last Dragon.
Last Dragon.
I'm gonna Get You Sucker as my second.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna Get You
Sucker.
Sucker be there, fam.
For me, I mean, I'm gonna just go off base because y'all said some really good ones. But for me, when I think of hood movies, I think of like the old school when the rappers had their own self-funded movies. So I'm gonna go with Choices.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it. Because bro, you gotta remember when rappers had movies, there was only a few that was like that we fuck with. And even though they bad quality, we just like Baller Blocking, I Got the Hookup, Choices. What was another rapper?
State Property.
State Property's good.
State Property, Paper Soldier.
Both choices 1 and 2 were good. Killer Season.
Killer Season
was dope.
Killer Season was wild up until the sister. That was too much.
It's crazy
After
though.
that, it was dope.
It's crazy though how much these
I used to love that.
These niggas had a moment in life and they struggling now where it's like that's just like life. Like you know what I'm saying?
But keep it real.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me tell you, it didn't hold up. And like I said, I haven't watched the full movie again. I just saw clips and like, bro, I know this movie trash now. I Got the Hookup.
No, man.
I
still fuck with
I Got the Hookup is great.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, I didn't watch the full movie again recently.
I'm about it.
I'm gonna say about it.
About it.
Still about it.
MP The Last Dime.
Last time.
Those were movies.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He had an album for
Bro,
every
yeah.
movie.
Every Last Time, I'm about it. The Dogfather, Snoop had one for his album on there.
How long were these movies? I know.
That was
45 minutes to an hour.
hour,
15.
yeah.
That was
I don't know what
DVDs. These were DVDs and bootlegs, nigga.
These
You had
DVDs.
You might be able to watch the clips on YouTube. You might be able to get. Somebody might have bootlegged it on
I used to get mine from CD, not CD Baby. What was his called?
Oh no, you can watch a couple of them on Tubi.
I used to get mine.
I Got the Hookup.
I used to get mine from Discman. Discman used to have all the hood movies, and I used to go there and I would get, like I said, whatever it was.
Fam, I used to only get to them. Only time I've ever come across one of those movies is because I got them out of a deal.
I Got the Hookup.
From the DVD.
Yeah.
Bro, I Got the Hookup too. Is trash.
Yeah, that was trash.
Like 5 years ago.
That's
Don't act like it's like a classic.
No, it's trash.
Romeo, wasn't it? Or somebody was in it.
Yeah, just like Belly 2 is trash.
Yeah.
There was a Belly too.
Yeah,
It was the game.
It was
the
the
game.
game. They always make a 2.
It's called Belly 2, bro.
I forgot about Shotzi. Shotzi was probably my number one. I ain't gonna hold you.
I already know what you're gonna say. I'm disagreeing.
Belly 2 was trash like Belly 1 wasn't trash.
Belly is not trash,
Bro,
bro.
You wow.
What you doing? What you doing?
You wanna know why everybody fuck with Belly? The opening scene.
No,
when niggas
nah.
That movie.
There's a lot that I fuck with it, bro.
Nebraska
Right, Keisha is that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to drop a dime on them niggas, bro.
Yeah.
Nas,
That movie jumped
Bro,
off
Method Man.
Method Man.
This nigga in Nebraska.
right.
That movie jumped
Bro,
off.
come on.
Fam, the soundtrack of the friend, I love the
We
soundtrack.
talked about the soundtrack.
I mean, that's in the
No,
movie.
fam.
That's in the movie.
You want to know something else that had a cold soundtrack but was trash? Yasuke. That shit soundtrack. I got the soundtrack. That soundtrack
is fire, but that anime was trash.
Ass.
Hey
You can't
man.
compare Yasuke.
I'm just saying. saying. You
niggas in the hood.
Hey,
bro.
slept on hood movie. That's one of my favorites. 3 Strikes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
3
give
Strikes
you
is
that.
great.
I give you that.
3 Strikes is my
Hey,
shit.
low-key, it get a lot of flack, but Soul Plane.
Soul Plane. I love Soul Plane.
No, Soul Plane was
I love
decent.
Soul Plane.
They just bootlegged it, so it
Yeah,
didn't. It
but
didn't.
it-
last.
I love Soul
I
Plane.
think if it never got booed like it did, it would probably lived a little bit better.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, those are. So yeah, that's what I've been watching a shit ton of hood movies and playing Assassin's fucking Creed.
Oh yeah,
Fucking love
Assassin's Creed is my shit, man.
Oh,
the new one? Oh, yeah.
I fucking love the new one, man. I love the new one. But man, today we all saw Sinners. We gonna talk Sinners.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, we was talking about classics movies and all that. We was gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
right into this classic.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
so
saying? Like,
for those who are watching right now, I want to let you know if you didn't watch Sinners, you might want to come back to this pod because we are talking
fuck that.
full
Stay
free.
here and go see it any fucking way. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think they want to see the. They don't want to hear the
Spoil that
spoilers.
shit and go see it anyway.
Yeah.
See it another time after that.
Spoiler alert.
Spoil somebody else and tell them to go see it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right now,
About to talk Sinners.
so, did anybody see it in the IMAX?
Not yet. I'm probably gonna go.
Yo, breathing.
Probably gonna go tomorrow.
Hey, this is so
Family, hey,
disappointed.
that's what you know what's crazy?
It's so
Because
trash.
King just told me I did not know that the only IMAX is Mayfair.
Yeah.
Them seats is
let me
disgusting.
Horror
tell you,
World
I found
Bell.
out very recently.
You said-
I found out very recently. It's not even real fucking IMAX.
That
Yo, wait,
It's just a big screen.
They
It's
think
just
you
a
know
big
it's
just a big screen.
IMAX. So IMAX, they got the IMAX. They give you much different screens, whatever. That's the IMAX that's at Mayfair. Like, it is a really good screen. It's their only really good. It's one theater in there, so it's the good screen. But it's not the true IMAX experience. Apparently, it's the IMAX experience. And bro, when I found that out,
The air
I was
quotes.
disgusted.
How did you find that out?
So they already have. When they was doing the thing like, oh, go see Sinners in IMAX, they already got an asterisk, and the asterisk is telling you,
really?
true IMAX experience, or telling you basically where you can see it at. So we already talked about how at the very top quality, there's only 10 theaters in the world. The second quality, I think it was like another 5, and then it says an IMAX experience. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So I Googled what's an IMAX experience, and it's not like
Is it the sound out there?
the sound definitely ain't there because you gotta our IMAX I don't think has Dolby. So the sound is Dolby. You want to get a Dolby Atmos,
Okay, yeah.
which
Oh, they don't got Atmos?
hell no.
They got
So
at
they-
least.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So it's basically just a super screen.
essentially, yeah. Like
Yeah.
apparently the sound. Apparently that IMAX experience is like the equivalent of like you said, like a super screen at Marcus. So it's like it's cool.
So I saw the IMAX then, pretty much.
Yeah, I saw it on the super screen for
Yeah, I
sure,
saw
but
it on
I
the
didn't.
super
I didn't see it in IMAX and everything like that.
Yeah, I guess it's like it's cool, but being here, we not getting the best. I was disgusted. I was watching this Kodak video because he connected with Kodak and he was explaining like the aspect ratios. The video is dope, but it made me more and more disgusted
As a filmmaker.
Oh, yeah, as it spread out more and more.
I'm like,
As more
As
videos
much
go.
you get to see how much you miss.
How much you missed? Yeah.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off.
I saw it afterwards, and I'm like, bro, this ain't even the real shit.
I definitely saw that video.
Send me a reel. I want to go watch a reel.
Hey, I
nigga.
definitely saw that video and was so upset.
I was so upset.
So pissed because I'm like, get the fuck. And they like, yeah, he's one of the first to ever mix these two formats.
Yeah,
And if you notice, the ultra screen is what you're supposed to get.
Yeah.
And this, I was like, nigga, the pull up wasn't even like
It
that.
was already
Not like the pull up wasn't nothing like that.
Nothing
This is what
like
you
that.
said it would should look like.
Right.
Oh, y'all. sorry.
My
And
thing,
the
I feel
battle
like- I
is-
feel like in that sense, that shit needs to be somehow permanently in theaters. Like it just needs to just be in theaters.
It just
No,
gotta
he
live.
needs to go to the museum with
It's-
the actual IMAX. That's
just
what it
gotta
needs.
That's
to
why I
be.
was mad that we used to get movies there. I felt like, fam.
Yeah.
They rebuilt
rebuilt
it.
it, remodeled
The museum, yeah.
So that theater might be gone.
Yeah.
That's ass.
'Cause I heard
Cause we
they was already
did
taking
have
out-
one.
I heard they already taking out exhibits.
Because that, bro, that's
Oh no, they
so.
remodeled the
So
whole
you want to
thing.
know what's funny?
They got to.
So
they moving it by the Five Surf now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like right across
But I
from.
feel like it's so much a smaller space, bro.
No,
You know?
it's
It's gonna be a tower.
Yeah.
show.
That's gonna be huge.
But I mean, bro, it used to be walking experiences in the
He
museum.
also was younger.
Yeah,
nigga, you was a little boy.
bro,
You ain't been
bro, I went there.
since the
I
90s
went there.
probably.
I went there recently with my kids. It's not as big as you thought it was.
Hell no. That little town,
What?
hey, that little town there is a little room.
Yeah, it wasn't as
this. It's an L shape.
It wasn't as big as you thought, bro.
Got me fucked up.
But like I said,
Right.
like even here's the thing with IMAX. Like I said, I remember when we first got IMAX. I went as a field trip. That was the one at there, and then the last IMAX I saw experience was Avatar, and that's when I was like, I hate 3D.
That's why you saw it in IMAX.
Which Avatar?
The first one,
Like, the actual blue movie.
the actual blue movie, I hated it.
Interesting.
I don't like 3D.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the movie, but
Yeah.
I love 3D in it.
But all right, so let's do this. Let's do a quick round, man. So Sinners, how did you get it? But Cardi, you was the first to see it.
I was.
You was the first to see
Oh,
it.
yeah, you went Thursday.
Yeah.
I saw it.
You definitely
That first weekend.
Yeah, I saw it that Sunday.
Me
Fam.
too. Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, so you.
So I saw it like in the at Red Cinemas in the ScreenX.
Okay.
So ScreenX got the screens on all three walls.
They
Yep.
highlighted ScreenX in the Kodak video.
Did it?
Yeah.
No, okay. So in that space, that was a phenomenal experience because I mean the sound system was sound. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean it's not to me. I feel like it had its moments, but I feel like even like you said, if you've been in IMAX or anything like that, like where the Dolby, and I don't think it had Dolby Atmos. That's what I feel like it didn't have.
Okay.
I have to double check. But the experience of the three walls and like the just the wider shot, like the driving scene and stuff like that, you really felt like you was in it. Like the movie in general was, if I'm just giving a quick, I mean it's definitely a classic. It's hard for me to even call it a horror.
You can go as in depth as you want. I put spoilers thing at the bottom.
Yeah, we go in depth. Like, let it go. Let it go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I felt like just in general, the music to me it was like a musical, like a Rocky Horror Picture Show for Black people, and it's, you know what I'm saying, in this weird, you know what I'm saying, like the music was such a like prominent role in it, and like I said, and I know we all gonna talk about that moment, but like I said, that when he performed and going through, like, bro, it felt like time stopped in the theater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You know
what I'm saying? Like, and so it's like, to me, I feel like I didn't find any real flaws in it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And me watching, I feel like it really kind of like, as a fan of just movies in general, I feel like it touched in every kind of aspect of me. It had its moments where it's like you can look at it. I did give that, where it's like it was obvious as a movie person how the story is going to go. And
I know we're gonna talk about it, but for somebody, I wanted to ask you that because it's something I've been seeing a lot of people say that, and I'm like, for me, just because it's obvious doesn't make it not good, right? And so I was like, I get that people say like, oh yeah, it was obvious, but I'm like, well, it was still good, and it made sense, even the obviousness of it. I'm like, not everything has to be new and inventive. Like some things are certain tropes that just
it was a message though.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. It's I get what you're saying, but the thing about it was, I don't think he was trying to reinvent a horror.
Right.
He was telling a story, and it was a method that you had. Like, I think the reason why you felt it was obvious is because he did such a great job setting up the finish. Like the first two scenes, you was like, they drug you in, and then the third and fourth scene gave you that action that you was like, this was what I was expecting the whole time. So yeah, I get what you mean, but
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be talking on.
Okay, yeah. We go. So, like I said, when I saw it that Sunday, it's funny because I was telling King this at the shop that the trailers didn't really get me excited for the movie. I knew I was going to see it. It was one of the things when I saw the first trailer, I was like, I'm gonna see it, right? But like the trailer didn't hype me up for. I didn't have that, oh shit, I'm about to go see Sinner. But I was watching a lot of the interviews, and I realized I didn't know much about Ryan Coogler. So leading up to the movie and everything like that, I was watching a lot of the Ryan Coogler's interviews, Michael B. Jordan's interviews, and that's what got me excited for the film. Learning the connections that he had to blues, the connections that he had to horror, and everything like that, and even. Yeah, I'm not that big on film like Didge is, but even hearing him talking about the new, like the things that he was doing and the artistic, things that he was choosing, vision, that got me extremely hyped for it. So as I was watching it and everything, it was like I felt like how we felt when we was watching Lovecraft. Like I really was just like, yo, this is fucking dope. It was
definitely heavy Lovecraft.
Yeah, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like
it could have been a story out of a Lovecraft anthology of things.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm a sucker for a period piece. So like even the period piece aspect of it, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think like even that first opening shot, we know Michael B. Jordan is playing twins. And even that first opening shot to even them just how they interact, because you got, when you watch movies, Kane, turn to your camera real quick. A lot of the times when they're doing like let's say we was doing Double King, right? King will be filming right there, and then he'll film another one right there, and like it'll be something in the middle that really separates them, right? So you don't never really see them cross interact, but it's them both of them on camera. That's usually the trick that a lot of double scenes do. So seeing Michael B. Jordan there, being able to pass the cigarette to him, the way that they were interacting, I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like that. There was so many things about this film that was just dope to me, just generally dope that I fucked with and everything like that.
Oh, for me, you can clearly tell that this is Ryan Coogler at his best. Like, obviously, I've seen every film that he's written and directed, and I actually, after watching Sinners, I went back and rewatched every film that he was written and directed because I wanted to make sure I wasn't being hyperbolic when I say that. This is clearly the best that he's ever done.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree. I agree.
You can definitely tell that this is what he really wanted to do.
Yeah, I think this was his opportunity though. Like everything else, I think was steered by a company. Where this was like his opportunity, like, man, fuck what y'all talking about. Like, I'm gonna do the whole thing.
Like the original story,
this is my original property.
Yeah. To Deuce's point, like the amount of work and effort that went into not only the filming of it, the research, like this lady, she has a documentary out about the actual Chinese people who were in the Mississippi Delta. So he found out about that, went and said, I want you to be my cultural, you're gonna be the cultural advisor on my film.
Right.
So like he did that. Ludwig, him and Ludwig, that's the composer. They've done a lot of work together. Like they were college friends, but he knew that Ludwig loved the blues. Like they did an interview with it. Ludwig's dad. That's how he learned the guitar. I guess his dad was heavy into the blues. Apparently during that time in Europe, because a lot of the blues artists and a lot of black musicians, they weren't getting sold in the States. They were getting brought over to Europe because a lot of those European bands, that's who their influences were.
Okay.
So Ludwig, obviously him and his dad had a big connection to the blues. He was going down to Mississippi, him and his dad. Ryan Coogler went along because he knew he was going to do this film. He was like, I need to know more about this area. They have a really great interview where they're just talking about that experience.
Just
walking through the Mississippi Delta, walking through that area. And it's just, you can tell he is a real student of it.
Did you hear the story about his set designer? The set dresser? The set dresser. So the set dresser that he pulled, so she was working on, this is how we figured out that Blade was supposed to be a period piece. She was working on Blade, and Blade was going to be a period piece before it got shut down. So when Ryan Coogler was looking for a set dresser for, like, you know what I'm saying, for the clothing and the feel, setting the setting and everything like that, he reached out to her, and she was like, well, shit, I already did all this fucking research for Blade, so fuck it, let's go. And everything that she was doing for Blade, she kind of brought over and gave to Ryan Coogler for this.
See, like stuff like that.
Oh, yes. I mean, I can see that, bro.
Yeah. Like, it was like fate. It was fate, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jared Lindo was talking about the scene where they get in the car,
when
they first
that
was all...
Oh, yeah. When he did the improv. Bro, the way he took that shit to heart.
He said that almost didn't even make the film. But it's like, all of that, you can tell.
And the fact it was a longer monologue.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I said, like, in that, and I just say, because in that scene with the in the 3-screen with the, like, bro, you felt like you was talking in the seat with these niggas, like, that shit got to play. You like, dog.
Like, it's just everything about it. I'm like, bro, I was telling somebody, when we were just talking about the film, that I was so drawn into the world that until the guitar scene where shit started changing, I was like, bro, this is a supernatural film. That's right. Some shit finna get.
He did a real good job at keeping it a period piece. Like we knew from the get-go, even from the beginning, like something like it was a supernatural film. We saw the thing, but it wasn't, like I said, when he started playing and you started seeing,
shit started moving, you started
dancing. Also too, because like Fam voice had threw me immediately in the beginning. Like, immediately, I'm just like, bro, this nigga, that boy's deep as a bitch, bro.
So I'm like, they still haven't gotten a chance to see the movie, but I at least played them. I lied to you. Like, I was like, how would y'all think do this?
Yeah.
So I played it to him, neither one of them.
Oh, so you should play the song.
I just played the song. Like it was him. He was performing it live.
Yeah.
But like neither one of them was looking at the screen or anything. I was like, how old y'all think he is? But I was like, he's probably in his 40s, 50s. My mom was like, no, you know, maybe young, a little younger. He's probably 30s, 40s. I was like, this bro is 20.
That's what I'm saying.
And so you got to remember, our parents are the parents that like they watch So You Think You Can Dance, all the singing competitions. So they love, you know.
So you just did a moment with them.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
they love that shit.
My dad, he was like, hold up, let me. He grabbed my phone. He looking like, I'll be dead.
Yeah. So, King, man, what's your experience, man?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel this movie caught me off guard.
Okay.
Because
I think it did a lot of people.
I was expecting supernatural vampire action, but like kind of how like Black Panther was, like set up, you know, a little love, little here and there. Bro, the way he poured in to every aspect. Was like I said, the first two scenes, the setup was crazy.
Oh yeah, just to get ready for the night.
He made you give a damn
Yeah.
about every character. And
Yes,
that's
he did.
hard for a director. I feel like in a movie with so many actors, especially well-known actors and seasoned actors.
Yeah,
he made me give a fuck about each and every one of them. When they got in, when under one roof, like you say, when the roof burned away, I damn near started freaking out. Because I was like, oh shit, the clan.
You did what I ain't gonna hold you. You forget. So I had that same moment, like, wait, whoa.
I was like, cuz y'all, the song can't be this good.
Because look though, he hit a note. Right. He hit a note, bro, at that moment.
Yeah.
And it was like he pointed to the sky, and then you saw a fly. I said, nigga.
Right.
They didn't hit it at the wrong time. But at the same time, because I feel like I've also been like watching these type of movies forever.
Yeah.
Especially in that era that between the 20s to the 70s, I love those movies, right? When he touched the floor, I don't know if everybody I picked up on that shit right away. I said, damn, it's a setup house. Because I was just watching The Judge. The Judge, they did the same thing in there. He's gonna put them all in the house. Wait till you get in their shotgun house. Why they call it shotgun house? Because I can shoot through the front door and go through everybody.
Yep.
That's where the saying come from. The fact that they knew that, bro, it fucked me up. But it also was like the detail in each step of the setup was perfect. Yeah. Because the end, if you didn't watch that part, you would have been like, what are they even coming for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, no.
Well, I mean, fam, like the dude did mention, because remember, he had the two people with him. He was like, they clans, they coming to get you and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So he told them, but they knew already, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew already, you know what I'm saying?
So that was one of them things, like, man, like you said, I could not find a single flaw when it came to dissecting the movie, but it just kept intriguing me. Like, when I did the review on it, right? I already said I have to do a series on this because it's so much, bro. That's like, like I don't see this movie going away. This movie won't be going to stream soon.
Yeah, that baby
like, this one gonna be.
I already pre-ordered the.
I was just gonna say
that. I already got
what
the Steelbook special edition. That shit will be on my doorstep the day it comes out. I already pre-ordered it.
So that's the thing that I feel about movies like this, that we don't get a lot of movies like this where. Because, like motherfucker said, is it a horror? I don't think it's a horror movie. I think it's a love story. What a twist of horror.
Well, see, I think
there's so much of it.
From Ryan Coogler's interview, he's definitely a film nerd, and I feel like what McCartney said, he touched on every here's the thing: it's one of those things that if somebody called it a horror, I'm not going to debate you. If someone called it a period piece, I'm not going to debate you. He didn't call it a love story because he felt like he was hitting every trope, but it didn't feel like chaotic. It felt like he was like, I'm going to poetically merge these together because I study this. I love this. And even in his interviews, here's what I always love. I love where people talk about the past and they give nods to the people that laid the groundwork and the foundation for what they're doing. And he's dropping names. And again, I'm not a film buff of like that, where I can know directors and who use this and everything. So when he's dropping names, I'm like, all right. And I'm a researcher though. So now I'm looking up into it and everything. And I'm like, oh shit. Like he's talking about iconic people who may not be known to the main world, but if you are in that film world, you know this name and this name and this out like that. That was fire. Trip.
Man, I rocked it tough. I was the last to go see it. I went to go see it yesterday. But so being fresh on my mind, like the scenes that stand out for me, Now, obviously, it's the scene with Smoke and Stack when they're smoking with each other. Just to be able to shoot that so perfectly at the angle that they shot that at is insane. Because there was no cut in that. There's no point where you can be like, oh, okay, that's where they cut it up and they shot it so that it don't look like two separate people. And even then, for him to play two different characters that are twins and not make it seem like it's the same actor playing two different roles, it was, you can tell that they're twins, so they share mannerisms, but they're different. Those are two solid characters that both carry different parts of the show in the movie.
Ryan Coogler talked about that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It came from his own experience with his aunts.
Yeah,
but he also, and it's funny because even in that interview, he talked about like the motivation for the twins was the Yoruba tribes deities.
Yeah,
they're twin gods, right?
Yeah,
that was the craziest thing because he was like, it was like he was like there were identical twins.
Yeah,
but he was like, I could always tell the one just how the way she held her face.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I saw that too because I'm like, you could always tell Smoke from Stack because Smoke was Stack was always firm, straight up.
Yeah.
And Stack was,
Stack had the swag. And I think that's what he was the charming one.
Well, he always smiled.
Yeah.
Smoke never smiled.
Smoke was serious. He's about business. Like the way I said it to Britt in the movie, I was like, Smoke is business, Stack is pleasure.
Oh yeah, of course. And then, you know
down.
what? And somebody pointed this out in one of their reviews that I didn't even know, even down to the way that they was dressed.
Yeah.
Because Smoke, his suit was a little bit bigger because he always had that file on him. Where Stack, he was all about just flash and clash, so he had a more just stylish.
That's why he had the red.
Yeah, just cut.
Silk.
Yeah, he didn't because he had, but Smoke always he had the guns on him, and so
it goes back to even when they were talking about them. Like Smoke always had. Remember, the reason they had killed their dad was Smoke was like he hit Stack one times. So I think it goes to their mannerism. Like Smoke always had felt like I got to be there to protect my brother.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's how.
That's why I said there's so many tropes and relationship like what you want to say relationship things that we've already seen in movies, whatever. But even what I was saying with the twins, like I saw the interview was like Michael directed dude, like you know what I'm saying, he was like Ryan he asked Ryan or whatever, Ryan like where you handle. So he had the body double that was working with him. He in a sense was mimicking him. Like I'm teaching you to be this dude. And then I'm had to come in and be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like in the space. So it's like, I think that was even great in the space to even have a personal, like you created a character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
really
created
did.
this dude to work with. You know what I'm saying? That you now got to work with on screen. But this is your baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's like whether, and that's why I think, I don't know if anyone ever asked him that question. Like, well, if you were like, as the one that you're directing, like which one are you? Like, which one were you with your actual, like Michael B. Jordan's actual character, like which one came out more?
Here's, you know what's funny, and so I don't know because I watched a lot of interviews and I don't think they really none that I've seen they asked him on that. But the one thing that me as a fan of Michael B. Jordan's acting and everything like that, I feel like this was his best acting performance because Michael B. Jordan what he does well is being a relatable person that can relate to either side of the whatever spectrum, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he started, you gotta think, he was in Hardball, he was in The Wire, and in both of those roles, he cooked, right? It was like, you know, just a regular kid, but then also a kid from the hood who's a product of his environment, right? But then, you know, he does stuff like, you'll see like Chronicle where he plays like the football jock, right? So he's one of those actors that can be a everyday man, he can be within this. So with Smoke and Stack, what I do love about, like I said, the dualities of the different characters is that, like I said, you got the same people who came from the same type of situation, but you have some, like you said, one brother is all about, like I said, pleasure. He wants to have fun. He wants to get that money. The other one's more, you know, like we getting this money, but we got to be, you know, we got to be more strategic about it. We got to be strategic. We got to be more, you know, and so with him being able to portray both of those like that, I feel like it was just more inner of him. I feel like, you know, I say this all the time. There's more people from the hood who walk the middle line than being like. There's more people like you think of the hood. You always think about like the D-boys, the Jack boy, the person who always got the gun and shit like that. And not everybody there's more people from the hood who's like, yeah, I know them. I'm just here. Yeah. I'm still trying to go to school. There's more people in that. And I feel like Michael B. Jordan is that. And so being able to tap into that and being able to be different people that with that same upbringing, I feel like this was his best showing because he was really able to flex his acting skills.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then the scene that really brought me in was the scene with Smokes when he went to get the food and get all that shit set up with the Chinese, with the Chinese family or whatever, and how they shot that. You can tell it was shot with a single camera, and it looked flawless.
Right,
going from one store to across the street to the other store to him talking to the two niggas that he just shot to going back into the store and how all of that interacted and flowed. So it was done so well.
I mean, I think, like I said, what's so great about the movie in general, especially when you really just like fall all the way back. Well, this is like a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
This was the brothers coming in town to throw a party and a vampire escaping the Native Americans
at the same time.
In the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And literally just crossing paths.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
well, I don't even know if it was a random crossing paths. They bring that up at the beginning where some people just make music that is so damn good.
Oh yeah.
It was he drew. So the thing was, and I think that's what it was. I think the opening scene was supposed to be The Omen. And that's why the father brought the guitar into, because it was like, he was trying to let him know, I had a feeling evil was coming to town for you and this guitar. And you're playing this guitar, and I also think that was the symbolism of the guitar being Smoking Stack's daddy's guitar.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be an evil guitar from an evil man, but played by innocent man.
Heavenly innocent.
So now you have this invitation of the sinners,
right,
from a sinning guitar.
Which I mean, but also the guitar brought all sin, like the vampire, the black people, everybody was in there on some other shit.
That's what that story was saying at the beginning. Like the people who have that gift that they create something that is so transcendent, it goes across time and space.
Yeah.
But because it is so transcendent and it goes across time and space, it also attracts very people
that want to use it for bad things,
for nefarious activities.
Right. Exactly. And you know what's crazy? Because like, you know, to kind of go back to the scene that Tripp said captured him, right? What I loved about that whole scene, even in general, is when they were showing, you know what I'm saying, they were showing Smoke and, you know, his interactions in town and setting everything up, but then also showing Stack. Also, a person able to get shit done. He was able to get that. Yeah. He was able to get his cousin. He was able to get old boy on board. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got, like, he's the voice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Behind, like, I'm gonna bring the people here. You know what I'm saying?
But think about it. He was like bro said, he was living life. He was fun.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The brother was business.
Yeah.
So he went off to go do business. Yeah. But at the same time, I think that was the intellect, like you say, Michael B. Jordan brought to it. When they was together, what'd he say? Man, we might as well just separate. Smoke didn't want to.
Right.
Stack like, nah, we'll get it all done. You go handle them Asians. I'm gonna go handle this. We'll be good to go.
Yeah.
That right there was right. It was me perfect to look. Now knowing that it was Michael B. Jordan putting it together with the mannerisms, the meaning behind it, it all made sense. Because if you'd have did the opposite, you wouldn't have had the same result.
And I love the fact that it was like the duality in what they were doing in those two scenes.
Yeah,
like the high speed of them going through town, getting everything together, and then it's that slow space of just talking about, you know, the voodoo and the hoodoo, you know what I'm saying? Like all of like just like a whole different like they were really in two different places.
Bro, he lied to cuz. He was like, yeah, man, you know that guitar right there? Let me tell you, like he made a team, but he knew, but again, his Stack's thing is like, I know how to sell a dream. I know how to get the best out of people. Because like I said, Delta Slim didn't want to come. He had to sell it. He had to sell that to him.
He sold Delta Slim because I
think people been talking about that too.
The comedy just those scenes also in there, like one on Smoke's side, the comedy of somebody trying to steal from his truck. He he shoot the one like obviously, but then he looked like, bro, he looking at me weird. But I gotta shoot you too. Like
it's the fact that it's the story behind it, right? You know what I mean? You can't go back.
Let you get away with it.
I can't let you go away saying that you almost robbed me, nigga, with no lip.
Right.
Like nigga, you got away.
But then on the other side, the comedy of Delta Slim, he kind of not going for it till he get a taste of that Chicago beer.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know what kind of beer bro got.
Bro,
Irish beer, bro.
Good as a bitch. Bro.
But wait.
Yeah.
What the But also, even the more comedy of it, his with cornbread. He was like, listen, I got something to make your wife put her lips around your pecker. He was like, man, boy, he's like, that's my wife. He was like, my bad. Fuck that bitch too. Yeah. He was like, but then, hey, she said, hey, you better go get that motherfucking money.
How much money we talking?
How much money we talking, fam?
I feel like obviously that town knew the Smokestack Twins. Like
everybody
did.
They were back in
Think
town.
about it. These was black people, bro, that left Mississippi, Clarksdale,
yeah,
and went to Chicago and worked for the mob.
Yeah,
y'all made it.
Yeah,
in a poor sharecropper town. You niggas is rich.
A lot of times people like, you know the story.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that this time, like the people that he was going to, like,
they know.
They know.
What y'all on? You're like, bro, what the fuck y'all on? Like,
You saw when he shot her boy in the ass. Soon as he turned around, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like it was automatically.
Yeah.
I would never.
They told us I know it was you, man. But
you did.
Yeah, he thought he was lying. Yeah, but also too, like, fuck, what I was about to say. Shit, I lost that shit. But yeah, with cornbread, like I said, that, like again, they couldn't have done each other's jobs.
No,
Smoking Stack, they had to do it the right way.
Right.
Like you had to see, because like I said, you even like that's what I wanted to say. When Cuz started singing in the car, I literally did the exact same face that Stack did when he was like, because again, I went into this movie not knowing much about the characters or what they was going to be, so I didn't really even know his voice. Remember, he was
didn't sing the whole time. Like I said, I was already on it. Like, bro, this nigga voice deep as a
bitch. That's all I said. I was like, this nigga voice deep as a bitch. So yeah, so it's like I didn't expect that. So like, yeah, man, it's just like it was really that setup of each.
Yeah, because I mean, like, and I feel like what was so great about it, even like with the car scene of him singing set up, because I feel like I still had the same experience and both sing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he just popped in, and that was the first time you heard him sing in the car, you like, oh, this nigga get it down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you just realize there's a party going on, everybody doing, but he grabbed the guitar and you just like, bro, dog.
Bro, in hand.
The fact that this was his first role ever, like shout out to her, because
shout out to her.
That's the reason why he auditioned. He said that
he toured
he toured her.
Yeah,
and I guess it might have been, I don't know if it was after the tour was done or like towards the end of it. She called him and she was like, "You should do this."
Because what did he do for her? He was
a singer for her.
Background singer for her. So he literally heard the voice. He learned the guitar for the role.
He didn't know blues. Like I think he a church kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna fit. Yeah, I mean,
it would definitely fit. But like, yeah, towards the end of it, I guess she was like, "Hey, Ryan got this role.
You need to jump on this."
Which when he grabbed the guitar, I realized as a aspiring actor that I am, I want a movie where I get that moment where I don't know. It's going to
play a guitar.
No, I don't have to play the guitar, but you know that moment they have in the movie where it's like you get your song number. And whether I'll rap, like give me a rap number, but I want that moment where it takes the crowd. It takes like everybody.
Transcends. Transcends.
That shit was so fucking cold. But also, before we even get into that part, even the setting up of the juke joint and kind of like when you seeing them, like it did feel like I'm like, did y'all want to try that catfish?
Yeah.
No. You didn't want none of the catfish? No. Oh, I did. Bro, anything made in the shack with nigga hands, I won't part.
Bro, I wanted to go to the juke joint.
I did up until what's the dude, the cotton guy?
Cottonmouth? Or no,
cornbread. Up until cornbread was like, man, you cooking that dirty ass grease. I look back, I said, it was black as hell.
Hey, but she doubled down. She doubled down and said she ain't never had no dirty grease. Yeah. So
when you get that was in an argument though. I was in an argument. I believe they never flashed back to that grease.
Hey, but I believe her because he was a vampire and he was just saying some bullshit.
But they was gone in the room, bro, when they was talking about the money, right?
Yeah.
They was in that room for a minute. That motherfucking fish was burnt as hell. You frying fish. You frying fish. You ain't frying chicken.
It wasn't just her frying it though. They had people. They had helpers.
I didn't see them niggas. They said we want you to cook our fish. Man, them niggas. She was making a sign.
No, she was back there cooking too. And they had the helpers, the ladies in the gowns. They were over
the
there
language of the movie was so, like, bro, the Asians threw me off.
Because they all had that country twang.
That's how they talk.
But that's how they talk. That was accurate.
But
No.
it's like to even
Because with Haley Steinfeld,
Hey,
like I said, like, but to know that you can get the right actors to invest so deep that it changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they everything changed. Like I said, hey, everybody going crazy about Haley because it's like, bro, hold on, cuz. Hey, she really like I've seen the
she though.
She's really white real life.
Well, no, she got that quarter right. She got that quarter.
1/8.
Yeah. 1/8.
She has a friend that apparently is half white or half black, half Filipino.
Yep.
But and that's what I'm saying. But I felt like even in a strategic,
And in that time, that was considered you black.
But in a strategic thought process of a director or a writer or whatever, it's the perfect person to get.
That's why Ryan Coogler that nigga.
So to get that, and then she can still deliver you such an amazing nigga voice. I was in the screen looking like,
bro, when she said, "Boy, get out my face," I said, "What the fuck is going on, nigga?"
That's why the line that she had. I was like, she had said that.
I said,
But what threw me off was seeing her in Hawkeye.
That's what I'm saying.
And then I had already built like a feeling.
Wait, she was in Hawkeye?
Yeah, she's the new Hawkeye.
She's Kate, bro.
She's Kate.
She's the new Hawkeye.
I thought she was Supergirl.
No,
nigga, she Kate.
Haley Steinfeld and Spider-Gwen.
And she's Spider-Man. But listen, that's what threw me off.
And she's Spider-Gwen.
The fact that the fact that I saw her in that format, and she was so innocent and so like docile. And then you see her in this, and it's like, damn, you was a hoe. You was a actual like the mindset because of how she approached everything. Like she approached everything money first, or benefit first. I was like, that's crazy.
I wonder if that's just with Stack because she know what Stack.
Yeah, I think because remember she said even when she said she was like, I beat all these bitches. You don't want to talk me fight.
No.
I'm saying obviously Stack taught her everything about hustle.
I'm saying to see her get into that character.
Oh yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like,
was amazing because, like I said, I just watched you be this innocent white girl. Where I would have never even thought you had any.
If she would have gave me that in Hawkeye, I probably would have liked her in Hawkeye. I would have liked Kate Bishop because I don't like Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop don't sound nothing like that for real. Like,
I know we don't know how Kate Bishop sounds.
that was a wild statement.
I was bananas.
Wow. Ryan Coogler got
that's
the
what I'm
best
saying.
out of every actor.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I said, for us to go, like for us to start from talking about black classic movies and stuff like that, like I said, this ensemble. It was amazing.
Oh my God.
Like this ensemble, it is not even a lot of people.
It's not.
But you pick the right people to make such a full movie. Like a full
And I love seeing the interviews that everybody is having about it. Like I was watching Omar Miller.
Omar Benson Miller.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out my one-on-one with Deuce's interview with him.
Yeah.
He was talking about the movie itself. Obviously, we've seen all of Delroy Lindo's ones. I'm gonna mispronounce Wunmi. I know her first name is Wunmi, and that last name is gonna
Musaku.
All her interviews have been her, Haley Steinfeld, and Michael B. Jordan together, essentially. Like they went on a junket together. You could tell.
Yep, and then I saw
great.
Also we gotta talk about Jack O'Connell. That nigga killed that shit.
That's one thing I was gonna say.
Jack O'Connell killed it as a villain. Oh my God!
You know, 28 years later is about to be amazing.
Oh my God!
He's gonna be the cult leader 28 years later.
Oh, right.
So, we in there.
Jack O'Connell, because and also like I said to what you were saying, like he had I forgot who he had, but he had actual Irish people.
Yeah, so the two people who was with him, they both are all actually singers.
Yeah, and so that's how he got that lore and that like cultural shit and everything like that. Like, bro. Ryan Coogler went in his bag.
The story set up and everything.
Like his character, somebody was talking about it on social media. How upset that he got every time somebody was like, "Oh, you white, you gotta be racist." He was like, "No, I'm just here. I'm here for other people.
Yeah,
don't put the racist.
Yeah, don't put that racist shit on me." He was like, even then, it was like a Thanos type of situation in his mind. He was like, this world ain't never going to accept y'all and let y'all be free. So I am going to give y'all the power to need to be family, have the tribe and everything. In his mind, he thought he was doing right.
Because he's not racist in his mind. Yeah. And the reality is, at that point, it's racism against him.
Yeah.
You're the dead.
Yeah.
We're the living.
Yeah.
So for y'all to be talking about the blacks, he like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want all you niggas. Like, I want all y'all as my mind. I want in my high mind.
Oh, we be on high mind together.
I want to be with the bison niggas. We're going to get. I'm just trying to get a nigga with a bite to eat.
But did y'all notice though So just in the technical parts of it, right? With the color grade and everything, did y'all notice how they became so much darker once they were bitten?
Yeah.
Their eyes, like the way that they because I noticed that at first where it was like, yeah, it was a dark setting and maybe it was the screen, but I kept noting, I'm like, man, I wish it was a little brighter because I can't see. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, you can't see their eyes because that's their soul. Windows to the soul, so you lose it, it's over. And the only time that you saw Cornbread eyes is when he got up close and he was trying to fake it, but then it turned red. I was like, dude, the detail of that was amazing to me, bro.
Yeah, and then like I said, Cornbread, that nigga, he was so hilarious. He had me crazy. Even when he turned, he was like, "Come on now, man, let's just stand there and go ahead and let me in." he was like, "We doing all this, we need to be doing what we need to be doing." He was like, "What do we need to be doing?"
When he was
Loving on everybody, being kind.
one another. When he was talking about when they asked him, like, "Bro, why you ain't never had to ask?" He's like, "Bro, I'm just trying to excuse me, I had to curse."
I want to just barge in and the man.
He was like, "You listening to this bitch back?"
Right. Hey, yeah, the politeness and disrespect was crazy.
It was insane.
I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Like, damn.
It was such a moment where you felt like they bit that nigga and he was like, I got this.
Don't even worry.
You've been trying to get a pin there, but I got this.
You know what I'm saying? He came like, "Oh,
Hey, go back like, nah, that didn't take. You know what I'm saying?
The scene where old boy, the dude who they thought
It was
they
it.
talked
Bro,
about.
that was the most fucked up part.
Bro, when they grabbed that nigga, I'm like, didn't they beat his ass?
That's the nigga that got cut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I immediately when they beat the nigga off the ground, like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but look, though, after further thought, though, because at first I felt bad. After further thought, that was his fault. Because why you still drinking?
He was knocked out, though.
No,
He
they
wasn't still drinking.
beat his ass. They stomped him out.
No,
But I thought they picked him up.
that wasn't the same dude.
It wasn't the same dude?
No, the dude that got beat, like they already taken him out after they beat his ass. That was the nigga that got cut. Because you could see the cut in his
Yeah,
face.
he
when
had the
got
cut
up.
across his face. Remember, Stack picked him up. Smoke picked him up after he got cut. And then I think he just kept drinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that is okay. Because I thought it was the dude who got his ass beat. I'm like, he got his ass beat to the point where he was just knocked out. They bogus for just leaving him there after he got knocked out. I didn't realize that he got thrown out.
Nigga, that beer was good as a bitch.
It was Irish beer and Italian wine.
Yeah.
So he was getting fucked up off that wine.
Yeah, he just, like I said, he was, and
That was so crazy. Even in that thought process, when I was listening to like these niggas getting down off some beer and wine,
Oh, bro.
niggas be, like that party now,
Right.
It's so much hit in this, hit in there. Like,
so when the vampires finally get there, they get to the door. Also, that interaction was fire. Like we jumped too far ahead because I wanted to talk about that interaction with them at the door, trying and when everybody's like, nah, like what you doing here? Like,
no, like, cause I enjoyed the interview. I mean, even when the Native, I love the Native Americans only popped in once. I love Ryan for giving us that.
Yeah,
like, and I felt
they real life.
They was like,
oh, y'all
got it.
Y'all got
it. All right,
Like,
y'all got it.
that was so crazy because, like, I thought in my mind, I'm like, okay, what they gonna say today? So they gonna pop up at some point, maybe talk to them.
No, I thought that I thought they would show back up, but I didn't think they was gonna say it today. Because to your point, when y'all earlier were talking about like tropes in vampire movies and stuff, I immediately knew that the ending was gonna have to be sunrise.
Well, yeah, because
that's
that's the only way they would say it today because they made it the point to say sun about to set like they were trying to so they know enough they obviously know enough to know like, hey, we ain't gonna be able to get them in the nightfall. So
yeah, I mean, like,
so
they survived. We gotta come back next year. Come back next time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but
it really like, and that's what it is even crazier because it wasn't 24 hours in the sense it was like 12.
It was like 12.
Yeah,
like
12 hours.
Yeah, like dog.
Yeah, but so that was good. So like I said, so then like I said, after the music scene, like I said, that's when we realized, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. The other music scene that was great was the Irish dancing one.
Yeah.
Like,
Where you at in the movie? Where you at?
No, he's talking about after.
No. You talking about the first? No, I'm talking. That was after. I'm trying to jump back some. I'm trying to jump back.
Where you at in the movie? Where you talking?
I'm at when they first get to the door.
When the
three
walked
after they burnt the roof.
After they burned the roof down, and he was watching it. That scene was already.
He saw Preacher Boy.
Yeah, he saw Preacher Boy, and he wanted that music. He wanted that music.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because when they came to the door, like even that.
Yeah.
He was like he tried to call it. He called it. He was like, because I ain't that. He was like, bro, I ain't even on that
But then
shit.
he was like, heard of.
And that's what I was like. When he said he was like, her, like, wait, how y'all like her up in this? But how you let that bitch up in this motherfucker? Huh? Like, he was upset.
Like he was really bad for because
he wasn't on that racist. He
ain't
ain't no racist. He was like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, whoa. He's like, we just want to play, man. We make some good ass fucking music. You know, so we
fucking with the song?
Yes.
No, absolutely.
I wasn't because it sounded. So I wasn't fucking with it like it was a bop. Because he was picking something apart. I was like, bro,
you're picking is. I picked him clean.
Yeah, I picked it. I was like,
pick Robin clean.
I was like, yo, this is a good menacing ass song.
That song was perfect for the moment because that song, because it sounded eerie. Like I said, that was right when
but y'all noticed Stack was dancing to that shit.
Yeah,
bro, everybody was
creeped out.
Yeah,
he was
Bob.
like,
yeah.
got a good vibe.
He's a soul tapper.
Corn was bobbing to it a little bit.
Oh, that's smart.
Corn did.
Well, it makes sense why Corn was going crazy. We gonna get to that one, but Corn was going.
Yeah, why they get caught?
Yeah.
They knew that song was gonna attract.
But again, also you gotta think about it. We picked the clean, right? That was a very they literally picked the juke joint clean.
Yeah,
it was literally good foreshadowing song. They literally picked them off.
And I think that's what I'm saying. Like even in that space of giving them.
This is another good question because I had the same question. Did somebody was like, y'all wonder if Ferline was just lying? Like she was just trying to play hard to get?
Like,
cause she had a husband.
She ain't had a husband. Like she had a husband, but she ain't had no husband.
Nigga, your husband let you out that night.
All night.
So you know what?
Why was out in the day by herself?
Oh, you know what? Her husband could have been deployed though.
Could have been.
Her husband could have probably.
That's
been
what I want to say in that
military
part
or
too,
something.
because we was talking about how the characters, whatever. That set up where she Perline, everybody had their introduction there where it was like
You care about
it
him.
was like you
care about
so it was like y'all gonna be there tonight. It was just like soon as you come in, like when she walked in, you like, oh, you out here.
You know, like, oh, Preacher Boy, my nigga.
Oh,
Preacher Boy, my nigga.
You walked in by your. I honestly thought she was gonna walk in with her husband,
I did too.
and that was gonna be a theme. Cause then when she walked in and she just trying to look, I said, "Oh damn!"
I was like,
but on the off chance that she do, like, you know, if
So-
she really did have a husband,
So
I would have loved the husband would have showed
Hope he
up.
focused
So
on
wait, real
himself
quick,
right now.
before we talk about the next scene, did y'all catch the theme of the actual sins that were in it early? Because I caught it early on.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason why I didn't think her husband was going, because I was like, all right. I was like, well, she like to me, even though the juke joint was like it was beautiful to see, I was like, well, this is really a house of sin.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, when I saw her walk through, I was like, oh, she here to sin.
Each person
She
was
here
a
to
sin.
fucking sin.
Yeah, I mean, everybody,
Each person, but if you notice, the only one who wasn't a sin lived. Well, he didn't live. He wasn't turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
Only one. Everybody else died.
Oh yeah,
or-
Preacher Boy.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Everybody else died
Yep.
or became a vampire,
Yep.
except for the one who wasn't a sinner.
But I mean, that,
Everybody else
the
had
one playing.
everybody else had a different sin though.
Yeah, everybody was like, you know, there was people who like say who kill, steal, honor thy father, you know, adultery. Like there was a whole lot of everybody that was there had a sin to them.
No, I'm saying like I'm trying
Alcoholism, doing drugs, selling drugs, prostitution. Like everybody there had a sin to them.
Greed.
Yeah, he didn't have one at all. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So when I saw her walk through, I was like, oh yeah, she here to sin. I was like, you know,
Preacher Boy got in.
Boy, shout out to Preacher Boy.
he listened to stats.
She said, "Boy, let me watch up." Said,
He said, I just want to taste
I
it.
just want to taste
Taste
it.
it.
That's crazy.
Hey, the
That
whole
nigga wanted
hey,
the season.
hey,
That's what he wanted.
this whole movie had also
He
like,
wanted a seasoned meal.
the sexual undertones because when she said your body didn't forget me, nigga, I felt that. Nigga, I was like, oh
Somebody
shit.
was talking about. Actually, it was my guy Mike. He was like, this undercuts how much you don't necessarily have to have a sex scene for a movie to feel sexual.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely.
This
You don't gotta
movie
stay
felt
there.
kinky as a bitch.
Bro, she said what she said. She said you can spend all that time on getting that money. You can't spend one night on this pussy. I said,
She
what?
said you rob trains.
Yeah.
You rob train. I forgot what something else.
Yeah.
She said,
You rob trains
but
and
you can't
banks
rob this
and you
pussy
can't-
for a night.
Hands up,
I was
right?
like, yo,
Bro.
Like to say action and watch Handy say that shit, bro, was throw my
Every
fucking
line,
mind.
every line that the women said in this movie, I would have folded like Optimus Prime rolling out, nigga. I'm telling you, bro.
Wildest thing about that line, I almost missed it because I felt in my vibe that after she went outside, I was like, "Damn, shit finna get real, right?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
I'm
knew
gonna run
that.
to the bathroom. So I'm walking down the stairs. Luckily, we always now go to the top row
Same.
at the movies, and I'm walking down, and Cornbread let her in. I'm like, damn, like let me hurry up and run. So I get that. That's what I hear it before I even hit the corner. I come all the way back. I heard other people say it, or put it, almost.
Yeah.
I was like, She didn't say that. Like, who said that?
She said
she
that.
Said
she
But I mean,
delivered that line.
even like I said, when you say it, but when we talk about how the movie pretty much was like, even though it was good, it became predictable. It was like that was my moment, right? Like when Haley, when she like, let me go outside. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Same. That was a predictable moment, but it worked. It made work.
To be fair, in the trailer, you saw her as you already.
They saw that.
You saw her already as a vampire.
But we knew that was going to be the turning moment.
Yeah.
But also the one thing that I did like again, this is funny because like you don't understand what themes Ryan Coogler may have intended to do or just it was a happy accident, right? Because I feel like this might have been a white savior happy accident because I don't feel like he ever positioned her to really be a white savior. But you got to think about it. They was trying to figure out the money situation. She was like, well, we got to get this money. She walked out there and
part agreed.
Yeah, and so when that happened, I was like, oh shit, like that was the themes that I looked at, and then but then, like I said, it made sense because like she went out there really with no fear. She went out there and even like she was turning her back to them, she was sitting by them and shit like that. Like and then, but everybody else looked at them like, yo, who's these weird ass white people? She was like, nah, fuck it, we just gonna get some money.
I mean, I feel like I really enjoyed that space of her. Even it was really good to see someone who, in the beginning, we already knew she was out of town, living as a white person, enjoying life. Right. So she came back randomly for this night.
When she go black,
she came back because her mom had passed.
And that's the thing too. I think what made her comfortable with the white folks, with the white folks, because she was married to a Arkansas white farmer who had money. So the folk singer, think about it. In that period, motherfuckers traveled. So if you wasn't signed, you wasn't in a band. It's not too, it ain't too far fetched for you to be a trio. Oh yeah, we just want to play in some juke joints, get some little money. Yeah, and so for her to say, "Oh damn, let me go out here and talk to these white folks," I think that was the like I said, it was the hustler, the greed.
Because you flip.
I'm the only one in here who can go out there and relate to these folks and talk to them on a level where they gonna
let down their guard.
They gonna give me if they racist or not.
Yeah,
and that's what I think. That's what I think really was her downfall was. You too trusting to your own people.
Absolutely.
And they gonna get you just the same as anybody else.
But I mean, I feel like in that sense, it was really that because I feel like it also, for me, it was like pointing out that, and not saying it in a bad way, but it's like, yeah, if you are utilizing your whiteness, I guess, in a sense, you're saying, you never gonna treat, like now you're trying to weaponize it and it can still it still hurts us. Like, you're saying, it's not a benefit for us if you using your whiteness to bring that into our space because that space is supposed to welcome us.
Right.
Like,
well, to King's point about it being greed, her and Stack, because she came to Stack with the plan, obviously. Yeah. But that was the whole thing. He like, yes, let's use the whiteness.
Out there.
Like I said, go back to that good.
Smoke would have never seen this girl out there.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
If Annie was
nigga, he would have charged your ass up in that damn room. But if you notice, that's always the difference. It's like everything was perpetuated on greed. Even man, I'm a vampire now. We finna kill everybody. Like you notice when he killed Annie, Stack was pissed. It was greed. I want us to be a family.
Well, they wanted the family and they wanted that magic. Because you gotta think they got the hive mind, right? He wanted the music because he knew that music would attract more people to it. He wanted that magic because that magic is only going to help protect us and make us stronger. He knew, and so everybody that was already turned, they was already on his same mission. Like, we want the community, but also let's make us strong. Let's get all the strong pillars that we can get, so we can bring it. And so like that, they was heavily upset in regards to that. So when Mary turned, Stack. How did y'all feel in that moment?
I mean, I knew it was. I knew
it was gonna happen when they snuck away.
Yeah, like I think it hurt my heart.
It hurt my heart, dude. It hurt my heart. I wanted the brothers to thug it out.
Like when she got in, I was already mad when Cornbread let her in. And like I said, it was for me. It was a traumatic experience of downhill pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When the moment that Mary went outside.
Yep.
Because I'm like, y'all finna let her. Everybody loves Mary, so she's finna come back in with no fucking problem. So I thought she just was gonna bite Cornbread on top. Like as soon as she got through the door, she's gonna turn around, grab that nigga, tell everybody come on in. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like I thought it was gonna really just be a massacre right then and there. So then when she came in and went straight for Stack, it's like, are you going right to the source?
Yep. And
like,
and then in that moment, so this is my moment of this is obvious, is when Cornbread was like, shit, I gotta go shit. And then he left. I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
You won.
Yep, you won. Right when that happened, that was my obvious. But again, it worked. I was like, I fuck with it only, and I think and it's two Omar Benson Millers. Like the way that he portrayed Cornbread and everything afterwards.
Yeah.
Like because of that, it didn't bother me that was just the obvious trope of somebody got turned because he was that
when he came back.
He came back. It was so masterful.
Because he said I had to piss.
Yeah.
So when he came, boy, you been going for what the fuck you been? Boy, I had to spin.
Yeah.
It works so well because
Yeah.
like, sometimes
So you know.
But I think I love that they gave him the time because bro, that chase down. Like I did not think Omar was gonna do the chase down.
Yeah.
Cornbread when he chased down, like when it was him running to the door, like when dude was like locked out behind the door,
and he caught him,
scooped him, like this nigga speared it. I'm like, bro.
But the way that they shot Haley Steinfeld, like with the first realization of her being a vampire, that scene, which was obviously in the trailer as well, but that scene, crazy.
So obviously, like you said, we knew she was a vampire from the trailer because we saw the we gonna kill all y'all.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think that she was gonna be with the family. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like what's crazy?
Seeing the whole setup to getting to that, I was like,
like to see, like I said, to see. That's why I said it was such a crazy thing to see that part in the trailer, and then when you see her even just with her first introduction, you're just like, oh, she with them. Like,
I thought it was because when you hear that it's like a 1932 period piece, you think obviously the clan gonna be they're gonna be clan vampires. So
that's
like,
what I mean.
Wait, you wouldn't think it was gonna be clan vampires?
No, bro, when they I immediately thought they were clan vampires.
Hey, that would have been so fucked up.
I thought we was doing one of those kind of movies.
Remy would have been pissed at me. I'm like,
bro, clan vampires is even scary, you know?
Hey, low-key, I thought the same thing until the opening scene when he got out the car.
Bro,
because I assumed that it was gonna be like a liaison, or he was gonna pull into the building. Somewhere it was gonna be like he ain't gonna want to get into the sun. Watch, and it's gonna turn around and be KKK vampires because it makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like it was like some Inglourious Basterds type shit. Like I thought like it was.
Yeah, on God, they figured it out.
Yeah,
I love the fact that vampires, as nefarious as they are, they're like, hey, but we don't fuck with the clan. Like, whoa.
when he walked into the house, when Remy walked into the house, he saw the people's. When he
divined them through the door.
Saw the clan road there. When it went back to him, you could see how geeky he was. Like, I got it in.
I'm in already.
Okay, so it's not clan vampires. He just
and I feel like based off of like you said, because like you said, you gotta think they also went through some racism in their homeland and everything like that. So I feel like he definitely was like, oh, I'm about to fuck y'all up and change y'all, but I'm about to fuck y'all up, especially.
Well, ours were slaves too.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said.
It do make sense that especially for that period,
that a vampire would fuck with clans.
Well, think about it. You had 4 races: the Asians, the natives, blacks, the Irish, and then white. Well, and then clan white. So to me, I think that's what it kind of symbolized. It don't matter what race you are at the end, this motherfucker wants you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
and he's a hive mind. So like even if you were in the clan, once I bite you, you working with me anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Your feelings no longer
get a clan vampire as he was born.
Yeah.
A clan like you had to, like to be a vampire and you hate niggas.
That's wild.
That's like an added like
I don't drink nigga blood.
I don't drink your dog blood
because now you saying
high blood sugar.
Now you saying I don't bite niggas. Yeah. Like that's crazy hive mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a crazy hive mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so like I said, she had her change moment, and then like I said, Stack shot her. She that's when shit hit the fan. Shot her multiple times. She jetted out. Shit hit the fan.
The clip on her ass.
Yep. Shit hit the fan. We realized, like I said, Cornbread is motherfucking.
No, that's when Stack is the vampire now.
No, he was dead though.
He's just dead.
Yeah.
They locked him in the door.
That's where Eddie started coming in clutch.
He was right because it was Cornbread first that closed the door. Then they hear it. Then Stack. Because remember, Stack ran. He opened the door again, and they had to close it again.
Oh yeah, I'm saying Cornbread wasn't turned at that moment.
He was.
Yeah,
Cornbread walked up and he ran out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because they was all at the door sweating.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, you got blood all on you and stuff.
Yep. And so because I was gonna say after that moment, like I said, you have that moment, and then that's like I said.
That's where
Annie came in
started coming in because she
caught.
Obviously, she was doing hoodoo the entire time.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, also. Stack had the amulet.
Smoke did.
I mean, Smoke had the amulet that was protecting him low key. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And
that comes up at the very end. You know this
my bad.
before he went through the whole thing.
Oh no, I'm saying, but he
talked
about
because so obviously,
well, he no longer wanted to be protected.
Yeah,
he wanted the evil to come to him.
It was keeping him alive essentially.
Right. Yeah.
So at the end, he was just like, "Bro, I done lost too much."
Yeah.
That's
She even called it. She was like, "Wait. Why you need to be invited in?"
Yeah.
Like I said, this we got the whole funny situation.
Like I love, like the hype. What they call? What she call them? It's not Hates. Like,
yeah.
And it was
I had to look that up. I didn't know what hate was.
It was crazy because it was like I had not heard it till I started playing South of Midnight.
The crazy thing, and I'm surprised you don't remember. My mom used to talk about it. Cause I was telling her when South of Midnight came out, I was like, "Mama, there's a game where they talk about Hanks." And she was like, "No, sure did." And so I'm shit. Some of the videos she's like, she going because my dad used to always call it Mississippi Voodoo. Like that was like a big joke in our family. He's like, "No, that's that Mississippi Voodoo." He's like, "I think your family just made it up, blah, blah, blah." So I was telling him about the game with it. You know, he was like, we all laughing about it. Then I go see Sinners, and I'm telling him about it. I'm like, "Mama, and guess what? They was talking about Hanks." And so, then we come back again. It was so crazy.
It was definitely crazy to hear the second time. Right. I'm like, because even when she called, I'm like, they Hanks? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but then Stack wake up, and like even when Stack wake up, that was the knife twisted, because you knew he was a vampire.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Stack that shit." He's like, "Hell no, man, it's Jim Crow. Open up the door." And I'm like,
but then
I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to be fucked up." And that's when you really realize
it's crazy that the vampire lore, because obviously vampires got to be invited in.
Yeah,
it's crazy that it goes down to the room. I didn't know it was down to the room.
Yeah, I didn't know either that. Or I guess maybe if you get trapped or if a door gets closed,
it wasn't down to the room.
It was locked.
Because it was locked.
Because he busted it down.
He busted it down and ran out. It wasn't down to the room.
But so going into that scene, I thought it was that. And I was holding hope out that I was like, so if they open the door, is he not going to be able to get out?
What I do love, and at one point it bothered me, but I know you needed it for it to go on. But it was like the fact that they would like terrorize the niggas for a minute and scurry back out of the house was like, boy, y'all can wipe everybody out. Stack could have wiped everybody out immediately. But
remember Hive Mind. No, that's not what we're trying to do. That's not what we're trying to do.
It was always funny to me to see them like get into that shit and be like, right back.
Because I think what it was too was I don't think they lost feelings. Like you became part of the Hive Mind, but he just felt the same feelings you feel for your people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was trying to coerce everybody instead of like, until old girl, then it was like, fuck it. Because y'all now are just violent against us. Like, we know what's going on with y'all, but now we're going to make y'all by force.
Right.
Because it was so few numbers. Mm-hmm. And even then, they was trying to pick people off. So I feel like that was the whole thing. It wasn't we're not trying to make you do this, but if we have to, at that point, we ain't got no choice.
Right. But
I did, one second. I did have a gullible moment, though. The moment for me was when Delta Slim dismissed the party and sent everybody out. I'm like, okay, everybody finna make it.
I was literally just about to bring that up. I was going to say, how did y'all feel when Delta Slim sent everybody away? Because immediately I was like, why is everybody leaving? Some shit just went down. We don't know what's going on.
I was really mad.
Why are everybody leaving?
I was mad at Annie at that point. I'm like, Annie just step the fuck up and say that.
They still didn't know.
They didn't know it was a vampire.
At the time, it was Hank. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, she was still putting everything together still.
Right.
It wasn't until Cornbread couldn't get in that she said it ain't Hanks, it's vampires.
Yep.
Because that's when.
But everybody was already gone though.
Right. Remember how she got stacked out when she threw pickled garlic?
Yeah.
Which is crazy to have pickled. Like, was that an old timey Barkley?
No,
I think
that was hers. You listen. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
So this is the thing. I think it was because she was the cook.
Yeah.
Right. So she was pickled
they
garlic.
probably have it. And she is.
And they would pickle everything.
Yeah.
They literally
They had to pickle everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so
Pickled garlic juice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at that point, I was like, fuck everybody. But what pissed me off was when Grace's husband was like, all right, I'm gonna go get the car ready. I'm like, nigga, you were part of the inner circle
That was
though.
before though.
That was also still during that.
That was right before
They
it.
didn't know. They still didn't know it was them.
But I feel like
during that same time,
it
Justice Slim
was.
stole
But
everybody
in my
else.
mind, I said, nigga, you part of the inner crew. You ain't just the regular. You inner
man,
crew.
you made the sign, bro.
But also remember, he wasn't in charge.
He
did not wear the pants
I
in
know.
marriage.
Listen,
She was the boss.
this is just
So
me
her
being
thing was
upset.
Like, hey, we got to go get to our daughter.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck all. Because remember, he was initially like, no, let's just find out.
Let's
Let's
wait
wait
this out.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
She was like, hell no, we got to be
What
open.
about
tomorrow.
Lisa?
We gotta
Right.
be open.
He was in the
tomorrow.
fuck them kids moment. Let's figure out what's going on. She's like, nah, nigga. Yeah. What about Lisa?
So
Yeah.
So now we get to the second dance scene, and that's what I wanted to say because that dance scene was hilarious. Because I feel this is the two people I watched was Stack and Cornbread.
Cornbread was going crazy.
Stack was the equivalent of a nigga who's like you ever see that video that was like we always gonna be cool anywhere. It was a dude at like a Mexican party and he was just dancing at the food. I said Stack was literally like a nigga that's like, hey, I don't know about what y'all Irish niggas singing about, but I fuck with y'all. He was trying to bop, but Cornbread was in that. In it. That nigga was gallivanting. Cornbread was feeling that fucking
Cornbread
music.
was vibing. He was really vibing with it. But I also think a lot of the actors was vibing.
Oh yeah,
because they sold it.
I mean,
like niggas was doing, bro. When the niggas started doing the happy feet, and they was just around like,
Yeah.
hey, I was like, I was a nigga like,
He let these niggas roll free.
bro, I would have been so lost because I can't mimic it. I didn't be like,
I can't do the I'm sorry about that. I can't do that.
You
But
gotta think about what they probably told them on set is, hey, we finna do this big dance number. This the second one. That might have been the second one they shot. Like maybe they shot in the order.
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, dance number part 2. Bro, go crazy. So
y'all
everybody's
already
having a great
loose.
time on
Y'all
set.
already loose.
Had to get your head bobbing and the music been going. Like get yourself
Music
get
goes to the
loose.
speakers. You're like, all
Get
right, bud.
loose, you know what I'm saying?
right, and so that and then again,
And you gotta think of
that was the preparation.
You probably had some actual Irish people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said, there was actual
Yeah.
I
singers.
don't know if they're Irish singers. They're
Oh,
just singers.
okay.
But I'm sure if you took out the time to make sure you had
Well, I think he don't he have a connection? The actual Jack O'Connell.
sounds like an Irish last name.
Yeah, it is. I think
might
he
be
actually.
Irish heritage.
Yeah, I think he has the actual Irish heritage, and so you know, saying added to it and everything like that. But it also, like I said, to me, what I loved about also the themes of music and other plays, this was their battle song before war. They was getting prepared to go to war, and then when they pulled up,
loose.
Like,
they was really just warming up. Like,
This is when you get all the exposition about him going to Sammy and being like, "I want your sound."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but that husband, what's
Bo.
This nigga walked up on her, bro, after Cornbread tackled old boy.
Yeah.
That shit was the funniest.
He's like, come on, baby.
Nonchalant.
Come on, baby.
Well, because
Come
at
on,
that point, they was probably like, they know we here. At this point, they like, fuck it, no more
That nigga was
disguising.
like he wasn't bit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why
This was after the confrontation, so he definitely.
he was still right there. He was literally there eating the nigga.
That was my gullible moment at first too. Like what you saying?
Yeah.
Cause I thought when he walked up, he was gonna see this and be like, "What the fuck?" And then he get scooped. Like, I thought he wouldn't. I thought they was playing with him. Like, we gonna let this nigga get to the car and go back because like if we can get them both out.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought because like you said, now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, we can't use this plan and just scoop this nigga down. Like,
Nah, that guy, he was like you said, it was his hot slot. Like, all right, come on, baby, I got the car, let's go. He was like, no, come on, let's go. We went.
I think it's the way they filmed it too, though, because like they filmed everybody leaving the building.
Yeah.
And in the back camera view, you see niggas make it to their car.
you do.
Like niggas got in their car. The cars were moved.
Yeah, but a vampire.
So yeah, the vampire.
They was getting active.
But they
them
were,
niggas getting active.
They were
They was
on
doing
the
that-
road too.
that
Like, I
hover?
didn't think about that till just now. They probably planned that whole thing out in the first place. Like, look, it's 4 of us now. We'll let them niggas leave.
Yeah.
Or 5 of us now. We'll let them niggas leave.
Hey.
Watch what happens.
And to be fair though, a lot of them didn't have cars. A lot of them walked there.
Yeah.
So they got
Yeah.
off. They got off work of the plantation and walked right over.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so, like it wasn't
was-
as
they-
if
so
they
even
was
they
far.
gonna let
when-
you go. Like, no, you
Yeah.
gotta think everybody going in separate parades. They got time to pick y'all off. Y'all
Yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saw how fast they move.
And, and the thing is, like I said, the reason why they weren't trying to kill, it was more let me get you. He bit her. Well, they bit Cornbread. Nigga, it was a one bite.
Yeah.
So if I saw you, I just saw you. and you flag me down, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be more likely to want to converse and hey, no, they said it's all good. We said we come back and bite your ass.
Yeah, bite
your
ass
right back on.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you, cornbread turns a lot of motherfuckers. The first black motherfucker after everybody got let out.
Well, remember, he fucked up now. Remember, he got shot in the head.
Who?
Remember cornbread?
Oh, you're right. With the jaw.
With the jaw. But prior jaw, he about to get people because his jaw stayed.
But he can't. He showed back up and got shot.
After
No, I know that.
Everybody got
No, that's what I'm saying. To Cardi's
think
defense,
I
I said prior to the jaw, he about to get him. Now he can't get nobody. He can't get nobody now.
After that,
Because
obviously he had enough time to catch up.
All right.
Like King said, a lot of niggas.
So now we need Geekset's official stance on this because this was the polarizing. Are we mad at Grace or not?
Fuck Grace.
fuck
Grace like fuck Gabby.
definitely fuck Grace.
Because it was selfish.
It was very much selfish. You put everybody at risk because what? Like for
the
what
daughter.
reason?
No, she was greedy. The catch of all this was
The greed was the biggest thing. Right?
She was a part of the greed. So you the sign, the go set up, all that shit.
Right.
You knew what this was. It's a Jew joint. You know it's illegal. You knew that they were gangsters. Like you pointed all this out from your vibe from day one was about how much money you could squeeze out of this deal because you knew it wasn't right. You didn't give a y'all left y'all daughter at the store by herself in the Delta.
Yeah.
Nigga, you a shyster. And that's the thing. Like she was so shysty that what's the first thing they said? We need to stop and plan. Fuck all that. I'm mad. This is about me.
Yeah.
You didn't care. You didn't care about the black people from the get-go. Because y'all always gonna get treated. Y'all got treated differently in the first place.
Yeah.
In the Delta as Chinese people at that time. So that's what it showed. I felt like her no hesitation was like the clear sign, like, oh, I'm with you when it's time to protect me.
Right.
But when I knew my husband was nigga, fuck that. Me and him got to go because that was the only way I could protect my daughter.
Yeah.
Because he know where my daughter is. And if I kill him, they don't know. Because it's hive mind, but he has to lead them there.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah. It was a lot. It was definitely like she had went through the whole level of everything. She like, fuck what y'all talking about because you know what I'm saying?
And immediately, she ain't waste no time.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for them covering her mouth, she would have let Bo in from the moment he walked up.
Oh yeah, she absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. She was
So at that point, she was not thinking about nobody else other than her immediate
her family.
And that's cool, right? But like King said, you hadn't thought about her all fucking night. Like y'all been gone all day. Y'all left her at
Immediately,
work,
bro. As soon as he
by
said I got the
herself.
money, bro, she was in the window like
watching them
sad
drive away.
puppy. Like
Definitely, like
I
y'all
can't
not gonna
believe
take
you
me.
niggas leaving me.
Like there was like she had no thought about that until the shit hit the fan.
Yep.
Right.
But even
Wait, so
then,
it
it's
did
like, if they
seem on the
all
fence.
here.
Yeah.
You seemed on the fence. So I want to get this opposing.
Because I hear what y'all saying, but I'm not gonna act like a lot of people not gonna do that same thing for their kids.
No, absolutely.
Like,
it was a perfect setup.
It's I think to the point of like,
or even a
them
loved
leaving
one.
their kid around. People like that was a thing. Like it wasn't like it was.
Right, back then, but we no daycares back
Like that's
then.
what I'm saying. People.
You had family though. You had friends. This is the thing.
But that's the thing.
You lean on community.
We don't know who she left her daughter with.
Nobody.
You don't know.
She said that she at the store by herself.
She's at the store by herself.
Yeah,
We
she
gotta
said
get
it.
back.
Grace and Bo said that. Yeah, no, she's at the store by herself.
That's why that was her whole rationale to send him out there to warm the car up. They're like, we got to get out of here because she's there by herself. My thing is this, right? Our era is different from their era, so we have a little bit more comfortableness with leaving a kid, a teenager, or whatever in their home. That era, nigga, you had robbers, you had all kind of people that would do something. No,
She
I'm
was
saying
running a business part.
I'm saying you have here. We have police. We got cameras. We got locks. We got safeguards from if I have a 15-year-old, I can leave him at home. Then nigga, people were walking around. You just saw it. Niggas was walking around robbing and shooting in broad daylight, right?
But I think
that's my thing about their disregard for her safety for the money showed that was the sin right there. It was the greed of, hey, look, we getting money at the store all day, but he just offered me $15.
Well,
to
I
go
mean,
make a sign.
yeah.
But I think, to my point, what I was going to say, I think it's actually the opposite because even with our parents. We hear so many times about how, like, yes, there were people running around doing stuff, but the community, you knew who the niggas was in your community. You know the community and how you do this. So I can't act like they probably felt comfortable doing that, going to do this, get some extra money because they knew the people in the community. They knew that even if somebody is going around, they hit one house, they know that the community is going to rally around, make sure that the greater overall community.
I don't think it was that. I think it was that they knew all the bad guys was gonna be with them in the first fucking place.
Yeah,
like if I go to this juke joint that's supposed to be the crackiness in the town by the smoking stack, right, all the people that would do some bad shit gonna be there anyway, and we can get up out of there before they get drunk. And you know what I mean? Like that's my theory.
I didn't think about it that way.
It very well could be. I'm not sure. I looked at it as one. Like I said, I definitely could see them feeling like in a community of everybody that we know, we can feel comfortable doing that. Like now we got a new variable. This nigga done showed up who we don't know. So now we are on edge because it's like, wait, there's people who we don't know who are outside of the community.
And you think everybody don't need about white folks.
Well, here's the thing.
Especially random that don't nobody recognize.
Right. So that's where I'm like, I can understand now that the I guess the worry ratcheted up. And so I can see her being like, hey, yo, you got to get out of here. We need to get to the family. All of that. And then the letting them in, that just, y'all talked about tropes. That was just another trope. It was just
like I said.
Wait, hold on.
It had to happen.
The distraught whites have to go snapping.
Well, not even just the distraught. The person who, they could be, all right, fine. If I'm going to go out at the end of the day, I'm going to fight my way out. That wasn't her reason.
No. But she was the mom on Legion. She is the entitlement that I need to get my husband out of that.
Yeah.
But that's what that was.
So two things. One, the going out part, I didn't think that deep into it. I just feel like they was like, hey, all right, it's a juke joint. We about to go kick it. You know the deal. Stay here. Stay at the shop until we get back. Right?
They've definitely done it more than one time.
Yeah, I don't think it was. They was like, oh, we know the community. We know. They were just like, hey, we about to go kick it real quick. We about to go out.
That's why you feel comfortable to do that because you like, we know the community. I
don't even think that. I just feel like they was like, hey, mama, don't answer, like, don't answer my phone. Don't answer the door. Don't answer my phone.
You, I know. As a black person in a black community.
I mean, no, my mama. Listen, my parents said no matter what community we was in.
What I'm saying, the contrast is 40s. 30s age Chinese person.
I still don't think it was that deep, bro.
Hear me out. In that community, you already looked at it up here. You the store owner. Y'all dressing and
no, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying,
right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The thought process of leaving your daughter in the store, where y'all probably live there too, by herself. I don't think that would have happened. They probably would have took her. In real world, or you know what I'm saying? You don't sit in the car.
And my thing,
the only reason, and it goes back to what Bacardi said. Only reason why I think it's different, and the only I agree with what you're saying. The only go back to what Bacardi first said. We are dealing with the Southern Mississippi. These are different type of Asian people, and because I feel like they would take on the same tropes. Your mama leaves, so they don't listen. Don't cook anything.
Only reason why I would say it's different is because just in that stereotype, as business owners, they always have their kids part of the business. Mm-hmm. So like she was legit still running the grocery store. Like there was don't let nobody in. No, like she would have to.
That's what I said. I don't think it was until the end of the night. I don't think it had nothing to do with the community or anything. I just feel like they was like hey, mom and dad about to go kick it.
I mean, yes, I'm saying
you know the protocol.
That's what I'm saying about community thing is like, if they're in town and they are part of, let's say, the business district, yes, they know all the shop owners there. So they have left their kid there. Like, you got any issues, go next door to the shop owner. I don't think they live there. I think that was the point. Is like, nigga, it's after hours and she's still there. We need to go get her and go home.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was that deep. I think it was like we gonna go kick it. And they was like, shit.
I wasn't saying they live in the store. No. They may live, close.
Yeah, some people do.
In those times, a lot of people did. But so here's the thing. I wasn't even pissed. I was pissed that she was like, come on in and everything like that. Yeah. I was more pissed that she threw it at him and not just on the floor at his feet.
No, nigga, that was planned. Her plan was to go out with him. That's why I said it wasn't a. Bro,
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that.
She threw it at Remy.
I'm talking about when she threw it at Remy.
You're talking about the Mazel Tov, right?
Yeah.
She threw it with the intent for it to splash over her husband too.
I know, but no,
and
I know, I get that. I'm saying what I was actually mad about from her was that she didn't just throw it at the front of her feet and shit like that. Yeah, that's what I was like, you could have.
That's why I said it was greed because it wasn't about y'all.
I do agree with the greed.
Do this. She didn't invite
because she really
them in.
Yeah.
She invited him in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, because remember saying he was like, I know everything about you. How you like to get your pussy licked? I was like, bro, what did you on, Remy? I was like, what did you on, bro?
And for him to speak in Mandarin, that shit was crazy.
I swear to God. But that's how I knew. That's why I was like, damn, that's crazy. It's crazy. But how would she even know if he would have forgot it, though? You know what I'm saying?
I was
like, once he know it,
when they were doing it, I was like, so here's the thing. And this is, I guess, my naive moment then. It was like, I was like, all right, we doing the grandstand. So, all right, fuck it. We here now. You throw the barrier, stop them for a minute, and then everybody, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking is that. Yeah. So when she made the first, like, how your first move is a mistake? Like,
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because, like I said, when pretty much her scene, like, started directing the movie, like I said, it was all the tropes for me. Like I said, it was either you finna let your husband in, or you finna go outside and chase them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when she got the grab in the bottle, I'm like, this motherfucker.
So now
I would really wear mad no one just like, cuz who the fuck are you? I will knock you the fuck out. Like,
I swear to God.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do want to ask y'all, because this has been another thing that I've been seeing on the timeline. The gore level. A lot of people were saying it was unnecessary. It was a little bit much. How did y'all feel about the gore?
I mean, harder.
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah,
I thought it actually was a balance of from throughout the whole.
I did too.
The whole movie.
I didn't think it was bad.
Well, people, you know, with the blood splatter, blood spilling out, like I mean,
it was perfect.
Vampire movies, this was tame.
Yeah, they could have went. They could have went harder.
They could have went way harder, especially when you got to think. Like I said, they weren't trying to
wasn't
slaughter them.
More gory?
Yes,
absolutely.
Way more gory. Remember, they had guns inside, and the vampires was like shotguns and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely give, like, to me, the blood and gore was Tarantino level.
Yeah,
well, not Tarantino level, but it was Tarantino inspired.
Yeah,
in the sense, you saying,
especially the end.
And so that's why I've been telling people when they ask me about gore, I'm like, well, do you consider Tarantino too much gore for you? Because I said, if it is,
even Kill Bill got
you know so I was like, if it is, then this might be too much for you because it's in that field house.
But I don't even think
I know that's what I said too. Hold on, I said the exact same thing. I said it's in that field house, but it's not as gory as it. So I
wouldn't even say it's even as gory because like I'm a gore fan. Like I watch all the horrors. Y'all know that, right? So to me, this is like Silence of the Lamb gory. It's not like terrifying gory. No, because think about Silence of the Lamb.
Yeah, terrifying gory. Like that spectrum is
that's because from beginning to end is gore. This had gore probably 3/4 of the way.
You know what's crazy?
1/4 of the
you know what's crazy? This is the same gore level that we get in with this season of Daredevil.
Yeah,
similar.
Yeah, similar to that.
And obviously there's I get what this is saying. Obviously, there's more actual blood because people are dying. Like you're a vampire, you have to bite, you have to see the blood. But in terms of like how gratuitous it is, that's actually perfect. Remember, in Daredevil, and spoiler, I guess if you haven't seen that, crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, bro, that last fight scene, I was like, "What is going on?"
It was a noticeable difference.
It was noticeable from
Netflix.
Yeah, I completely forgot that was on Disney.
Yeah, but again, like I said, that wasn't too much to me. I was just like, okay, yeah, fuck with it. So like to McCarty says, to me, this was a perfect balance of gore and everything like that.
This was realistic gore for what happened. Like if you
it's
shoot,
what you would expect if
you shoot some niggas with a Tommy gun, it's gonna be blood. If you stab a person with a stake, it's gonna be blood. Like it just wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't know.
It wasn't like when I think of
like
gore,
I
think of Kill Bill when I think of gore.
Evil Dead.
Evil. I think of squirting.
Like,
right.
I think it just
blood
for the scene.
So I want to say,
but I think the color grading helped that too.
The color grading was perfect for
so it was so dark, and not even dark in a negative way. Like it was so like it's nighttime, so clearly it still felt dark enough. So it's like you hear the sound of the blood.
I think too is the sound too.
I feel like
them up and shit was pouring out sometimes.
When people think about the gore and all that, because there really is a great art in actually like hearing. You know what I'm saying? Even when she was eating on Stack Neck and you hear that walk in, like that and the blood squirting or coming out of a bite. Like all that is considered. That's like you know what I'm saying. That's
listen here, man. You look at juicy balls.
The mango
neck, so
all that,
like I said, the blood. You gonna hear the blood? It's gonna come out. Like that's just the fact that it is, bro. Like you know what I'm saying.
Especially, but the thing was, I felt like with that, you heard his heart stopping with the pulsating. Like they had where they had.
Oh shit! I don't think I caught that part.
Like you could actually feel like and hear the like the way it was squirting out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh no.
Yeah. Like he's still alive, and then he's like, smoke. You know what I'm saying? I love you, and then no more squirting. Yeah. And it was like, oh shit, closed up.
Yeah, that's how they did that.
Right. So the two big fights at the end, we got Sammy and Remick, and then we have Smoke and Stack.
Yeah.
I thought that the way that it was shot, and even with Sammy and Remick quoting the prayer. You know what I'm saying? That was like, you know, it was more, that was really a more of a good versus evil, like you said. Who said it? One of y'all said it that he was the only one that didn't sin. Yeah. Like, like you having that and then you having the ultimate sin. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
I mean, it was great though, because it's like,
great. Fighting behind that sunset.
You could tell right in that moment that Preacher Bo was like, my daddy was so fucking right.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I just saw a reel about it. I think that cemented him being like, I'm still gonna tell the blues. Because in the Instagram reel, it was basically saying how, obviously, and like King was saying earlier, how that guitar was sort of the symbol of the sin.
Yeah.
Like, that's symbol of sin. But also, that guitar in the moment is what saved him.
Saved his life. Like, music literally saved his life.
Very end credit scene where he is playing This Little Light of Mine. They were also talking about how that shows how even in the face of the ultimate sin, This Little Light of Mine, that blues music, this thing, it's not a music of sin. It's the music that God.
It's the beacon of hope. It's a beacon of hope.
So I think in that moment, that's when he was like, "Oh, I have to play the blues." That's when he realized that this is what I was looking for. This isn't.
I can see that. Sin. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like even in that space of like realizing like it ain't because it is the guitar, but it's like. No, I can do this. Like that guitar, and like you said, the guitar was the symbol of the sin and everything comes to it. Even to use it to kind of save his life, it was like he just kind of had that. Even when in the church with his father, you just realize like, bro, I don't need that guitar. Yeah, but I can still. It's like you said, like it's my voice.
The remnants of it, you can see it. And I had to go back and rewatch the first one. Luckily, it's on. Like they got. I think it might have been in the trailer, but he's literally holding that guitar.
Oh yeah, he was.
It is like he got that shit clutch.
You got
I mean, as you would. I feel like if I still had a piece of what I used to give, like, cuz I put that shit on the wall, like, remind me.
Also, too, is the symbolism. Like the symbolism of the guitar was the call. So, like, if they ever had, like, they said like the horn calls the angels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For him, he knew that was the symbol. But like I said at the beginning, I believe the dad knew that too. Like. This ain't like dude thought it was a famous guitar. Yeah. You think the dad didn't know that was his brother guitar?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the dad was also, I know what music is. Like, I hate to say it, but it's just like the movie Coco. You have the music has always been looked at as they make it only for people in the streets, only for the sinners to do bad. But it's not the music fault. It's just what the people who like it,
Yeah.
Oh, what is going on?
So is it the
but that's the catch to the whole thing was like he knew at that point when the Irish dude when the vampire was saying the prayer to him, bro. Reality it's not that this is the problem. You could be evil, you could be good, and prayer. Yeah, the blues, folk. It's up to you. So that's why we said when his dad gave him the ultimatum, "Hey man, what you gonna do? You gonna give it up?" And then what? And just give up on music completely. Like I feel like I said, it's just like Coco. And I'm not giving up shit.
Right. And I don't know I don't know much about guitars and shit like that. But I feel like I didn't see a lot of guitars with a metal fucking mid plate like that. Like the fact that like a silver metal mid plate.
So apparently, actually, in the interview with Ludwig and Ryan Coogler, like because Ryan Coogler got a podcast.
That's I know.
Apparently, that guitar at the time, that was a thing because it brings out the
sound better.
Oh, okay.
Stuff, so it helps amplify the sound.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Okay.
like, because the fact that and so the fact that was used as the weapon and that it just happened to be the one with the, I was like, that was like, to me, I was like, that was
I think
crazy.
this made it so cold because it was a silver plate.
Yeah, and then so with the smoking stack,
I'm saying it also goes into the point of what Delroy Lindo's character, what
Yeah.
Delta Slim was saying earlier. How remember his whole thing, his dad was saying that blues music attracts the supernatural, and the supernatural is immediately evil. That's immediately evil, especially for churchgoers.
Yeah.
So when Delta Slim was like, oh yeah, I didn't brush with the devil many a times. And I'll let you know that he gonna make sure everybody get out, which is cold. The fact that he really did.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I mean? What? I mean, it's cold because even when you think about like in a spiritual sense, like the devil, whatever, it's like even with some saying that's like that's just in a sense just saying like nigga, I have been in. This music has been so good all night that it has had so much shit going on.
As a supernatural fan, right?
Yeah.
And even just knowing about the Crossroad Demons, have you ever noticed that the only time that they talk about a famous person in music-wise, it's always a blues player?
Yeah,
it's always a blues player.
That's a real.
I know,
yeah,
but I'm
that's
saying, it's always a blues player. I'm like, man, Crossroad Demons like, hey man, listen, this is some good ass music, man. We got to make the deal with this.
I mean, you got to think when you think about sound and
everything. I can't remember.
It's funny because I watched a video where they correlated that they thought that Sammy's character was based off him.
Yeah,
based off who?
I can't remember the name now, but it's a book where the
they did say that.
Where he sold his soul to the devil to be really good at the guitar, and whenever he played the guitar, it would bring bad shit around.
Yeah, they saying that was what inspired
Sammy. He out-tricked the devil.
Okay, I think
he challenged him and he would beat him.
Yeah,
so that's how he won the soul.
I know it was a song about like playing against the devil or whatever. Yeah,
so the smoking stack
that went down to Georgia.
Yeah, the smoke.
He had a fiddle.
Yeah. The smoking stack fight. Did it turn out how y'all thought it was going to be?
I want to get back to the. I didn't get to say my part about Sammy and Remick.
Oh yeah.
That scene for me, it was the symbolism that represented and came out in my eyes was the fact that it kind of resembled a baptism.
It did for sure.
You know what I mean? With the backdrop and the
water,
the water.
Even them walking around, they doing that kind of slow walking.
Doing the slow walk up. The pastor that the passage that they chose to repeat and say, you know what I mean? Just all of that moment right there, it was kind of him being baptized into his next set of life.
But it was really that too. It was the baptism of what was like. If you really looking at what's who gonna win, it was the baptism of that.
Yeah,
like,
whoever was gonna win,
come out this water,
gonna come out new.
Yeah, whoever come out this water is gonna
come out new and everything like that. But with the smoking stack fight, did it come out like what? Because the twist did throw me for a loop. I thought at least one of them was going to I thought at least they was going to follow the trope that Smoke was going to win. Like he was going to save the day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, he did.
Yeah. He made it through.
No. I know, but I'm saying the happy ride out. He lived and everything like that.
No, he did.
He chose to go out the way.
That was what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he chose to go out the way he wanted to go out.
Wait, I thought he got bit and died.
No, he died.
He got shot.
He stabbed. He ended up stabbing Remick through.
Yeah.
The when Stack was about to bite him, he had the little silver, so there's thought that
he bit that.
That's what.
It kept him away.
But also, some people are like, is it also the fact that
he was fighting against
he was fighting against his brother? Because even still, obviously, Stack couldn't kill his brother.
Yeah.
But Smoke couldn't kill his brother.
Yeah, I'm saying because Smoke ended up getting the upper hand because of that.
Right.
Because Stack was. He was going to bite him. That was in his mind. Like I'm gonna turn you so we can continue being.
Hold on, before you go, I know you're gonna rebut. I just want to say what I thought, and then I'll let everybody go. What I had thought was that Smoke got bit, but because of the roots that he had from women, that was protecting him, and he didn't turn. So when he took it off, it was more of like a slow turn. So he was like, "My final stand. I'm taking out these crackers, and I'm doing it." So that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
He got shot.
No, I saw he got shot, but I thought that I thought that he was. I thought once he took it off, he was already dying.
I mean, and I guess in the pouch, she put garlic, she put bones, she put like other things to keep evil away. Yeah, but that's why. Remember, he didn't know. I don't think anybody got that close to him. No vampire got that because when what's name was gonna bite him, you notice it didn't push him away. He had to fight Cornbread.
Yeah. I thought Stack bit him. In that moment, I know. Now I know based on what y'all tell me. In that moment, when they were showing, I thought he did get bit, and then I thought that it was that those roots were strong as a motherfucker that he had that slow burn like that. That's
like I said, I do think like realistically it is probably like you said all the stuff that Andy put in there, but I think it is very much way more poetic to be like at some point Stack. Like you said, their emotions are still kind of there.
Yeah.
So it makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Stack was like, bro, I can't kill you.
It was like a buffet, like a natural. I want to,
right?
But I'm not.
I just can't. And so obviously the smoke.
Yeah.
But
I get what you're saying, but for me, the point is like Stack will want to do it more because if I don't, you're going to die eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're my nobody now.
Yeah,
Well,
you're my brother.
But
We're
by
still
then, it
family.
felt because remember, Mary had already ran off. Like things, the tides were starting to turn.
But Annie was dead.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's the only reason why I would have felt he would have still bit him.
Yeah.
He would have felt like you need me, like I need you.
You
and I
don't have nobody
So
else.
because
I would have.
Because remember, he said it. I don't want to do
so
this now.
but
That gives you another thing to think why he might not have.
No, I agree. That's why I said I agree why he probably pulled back.
Yeah.
Because it was probably like, damn, I don't want to do it,
No.
but I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the pouch probably
for sure.
because he could have just went and bit him on the arm or
Right.
the leg or something. But
Right.
I also think he did because when he got on top of him. Nigga, he a vampire. You just bust through a door downstairs. Y'all got super strength.
Right.
You could have pushed your brother.
well,
off.
he definitely was pulling his punches.
Yeah, he was pulling his punches.
But wait, so if Stack hadn't gotten shot,
It's
then
still a little brother
what do you think
energy
he
too,
would have
man.
did then? You think he would have went and tried to because if he hadn't
If
gotten
he got shot,
shot,
he'd have been fine.
he would have been fine.
I think he
But
would
then
have.
at that point,
He probably would have still.
and then at that point, what?
did something else. Like I don't know because I think he wanted to be with his family.
Yeah,
Also, it wasn't like he didn't have injuries from that fight. Like
but
the vampires, even if they don't bite you, they were still clawing at niggas. Like,
So you think he was so at that point he think he was. What do you think killed him? The shot?
the bullet.
Yeah, I think he got shot.
wounds,
The wounds.
I think it was the gunshot.
He definitely got the shot that when he got shot at by the white dude was definitely bleeding that where he took point because even when he really killed him, he was already sitting down like he got shot.
He was already.
Well, so
already
based off of that,
hallucinating.
yeah, because if it ain't what I said, then I'm leaning it on the shot.
No, it's the blood.
But
loss.
this
It's the blood loss.
the culmination of all the wounds. The shots is just the final nail in the coffin, essentially.
Because I feel like he got shot.
So because if he never got
He got
shot,
shot
then
once.
because the reason
It
why
was a
I
one
asked, I
shot.
said if he never got shot, then I would say that he would have survived from the wounds. But you're saying you don't think he would have survived from the wounds.
I think everything because I think the fact that
He
one was
actually
keeping him
didn't get that
alive
beat
at
up.
the end of the day.
No, he didn't.
He didn't get that beat up in the fight.
But we
But I also feel
about
like-
his internals though.
Yeah,
But
I'm
also,
saying.
like I said, when he took the
He
thing off,
already looked-
I feel like that was just kind of like even if you were staying in that space,
Yeah.
like you've been saved for
Yeah.
so long. The moment you take that
That
motherfucker
was
off, it's
after he
like
got
the next
shot.
anything happened to
That was
you.
after the whole
It's
shootout.
like,
Now he glass.
like you're there. But
Oh,
my theory actually is that Stacks in a sense snapped out of it because of Fat Remy getting killed, like in the middle of the fight.
That was
no.
after, 'cause
Yeah,
Remy-
Remy
But I
got
feel
like
killed.
killed after that.
Smoke killed Remy.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke. Yeah,
Well, the son. Eventually,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a
smoke-
combination.
But
It was
smoke
a-
did-
through the-
Yeah,
stabbed
stabbed
him
him
through
the heart.
That's
When the
right.
sun burned him up and turned him to ash and had
I'm
the
curious
whole.
I'm
snapping
curious
it
if that
all.
kill. I'm sure that if that stake through was enough to kill him without the son,
Probably was.
because it wasn't like he was moving.
It must
ready to
because he
move.
was still going.
He was still going.
They would have. I mean, he probably would have.
But I didn't think that's what I didn't immediately think he was dead. Once he didn't disappear after Remy set him fired, I'm like, well, he not dead. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how But what I didn't know.
Don't get me right. I
what
was leaning heavy on them roots being strong.
what I was really throwing about because I was like, they didn't show us what he did with him, like you know what I'm saying, in the fight. So I'm just like, I had a very, very, very like small percentage that he killed him. I was like, he definitely let this nigga go.
I ain't gonna hold you. I thought him and Mary both did. I remember Mary running off.
Yeah.
But I was like, they both clearly had to die after. Because I'm like, where the hell they know to hide at?
So yeah.
So that's what I thought too.
So Mary drew me because she got little.
But see, they got little right after Annie. And that's I kind of figured she wasn't gonna be in the fight no more.
Yeah, fair.
Because I was like,
But it was the way that they showed her running. She got little.
She got little.
She got little.
Smoke came and snatched her up.
No, I get that.
Stack came and snatched her
Yeah,
up.
but she still got lit. They showed. You saw her running.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she got out early in the fight.
Y'all don't know where to hide.
I thought the same thing too. I was like,
So that, I mean, that was like a little, because I was like, fam, I feel like in the time span of that,
and the sun coming up.
I'm like,
They ain't having enough
did y'all
time to
go
get
back to the
anywhere.
house?
So,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Going back to the hive mind, they could have had that knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have had the knowledge.
Oh, yeah, they had
Hive
to,
mind.
but where'd they go though? Like you said,
Well, we never seen anybody ever. I'm married. I got no answer for you. So I'm gonna let you know. This is purely about steps. I have no answer for you for married. We never seen anybody ever go back into the juke joint.
yeah, you're right.
So that entire time.
Wait a minute. So during the battles, Stack was just in the middle, like, damn, y'all killing y'all niggas.
You can't go outside. So that's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah, bro.
But that's how I
Keep
feel
it
though.
real. He could have still been in there because nobody ever
That's
went
what we
back in
said.
there.
He was
So
in-
in the
he just
building.
sitting there watching the fight, like, hell yeah, nigga. Get that nigga
So, I mean,
Stack.
Hey, but keep it real. He could have been up top shooting.
Nah, they didn't show
He
that.
could have been.
But
I'm saying,
in my
it
mind-
could make more sense how he.
They
took
should have
everybody
done.
out.
That would have been powerful as a bitch.
In my mind,
You need to. Didn't you lose the?
I know,
You
but
use
also
the- you
you
use
know,
the mystery
you
of it
use the
later
mystery. But imagine the powerfulness of it. Like, all right, I can't kill you, you can't kill me, but hey, we gonna come together and kill these motherfucking crackers.
Yeah.
Like that shit.
But that's what
I would have been here. I would have been here for that ending too.
But like after getting, of course, like the second, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
actual
After getting
ending.
the actual, yeah.
But that's what made me even more clear in understanding that that's why I believe he was in the house, and that was I'm finna defend you, because if they getting this motherfucker past me, it's there's gonna be a
Then
problem
you
for them
gonna
anyway.
get you too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it really, to me, was a last.
Oh, wait,
stand,
wait,
a last
wait.
stand of you not.
So now I
getting
got a
offended.
question, because I assumed that they was gonna throw this juke joint. And the reason why he already had the guns there, because their whole plan was, we know the clan gonna come. Let's fuck them up because of what we learned.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
Chicago.
it was.
That's what I'm saying, 'cause they
Yeah.
do that.
So-
That's why I said from the beginning. They knew what it was when he touched the floor.
So
Yeah.
you,
So
okay,
I'm saying,
all
so
right.
I'm saying like that.
All right, I thought you were saying
Like
that
I'm
the
saying,
only
like,
reason why he did that was
That
to
warning,
save.
No.
that warning that he gave them was
That was a premonition.
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
like,
No,
hey,
no,
if
I
you
get
win,
that.
y'all come back.
I had
As
that.
soon
I
as y'all
thought,
step foot.
I thought Bacardi was saying the only reason why he did that was to protect.
Well, no, I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
I think even in the
Two
even
things,
in the big
yeah.
go, even in the big plan
Yeah.
of it, it was gonna be both of them.
Yeah.
out there having.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what, he had guns in two separate
Yeah,
places.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be both of them down there having. So it's like, but it's because of this, like I said, because of what he did with Stack and leaving them in there. It's like, all right, well, we still gotta handle this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I wanted to keep this going.
And I think that's why he stayed outside, because it's like if I'd got shot and went in,
Yeah.
Stack would have bit the fuck out of him.
Hold
You know what I'm
on.
saying?
This is what I think. I don't think he was in there because he tried to roll his own cigarette.
Yeah, he don't roll his own
And
cigarette.
he don't roll his own cigarettes.
Stack do those.
Stack would have rolled his cigarette still.
You think he didn't walk beside for that cigarette?
Of course he would have.
That's-
Because they already
You
had
don't
an
think- you don't
understanding. They already had an
They
understanding.
did have that
So
understanding.
now,
You don't think-
if I let you up off the ground and you choosing not to go fuck with Sam for all these years, that means you are a cognitive.
Well, they are kind
vampire.
of. We saw Remick. Remick didn't kill just anybody. He wasn't just bloodlust.
Yeah.
And even at the end, like you said, you see Stack showing like they're able to compose themselves. But when they got a mission, it's like, all right, now we go
Yeah,
first.
I mean, fam could have rolled him up before he went out. I said, all right, I know what you got to deal with. So,
But he probably smoked
Well,
them
no,
up.
that was a.
He probably smoked them up, nigga. I'm finna die, nigga, on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
he probably wrote him 4 of them. He probably was like,
rolled him
Yeah.
up, bro.
So that.
You got a good point.
Yep. And then so we get the last scene with Stack, and he finally seen his baby, but he had to kill that cracker
Smoke.
first. I mean, smoke. He finally sees his baby, but then he had to kill that cracker first. It was like, which is crazy. That shows racism, even in the midst of death, will prevail. He was calling them all sorts of niggas with the hard R, and I'm like, bro, you are about to die.
Hey,
remember he trying to give him money.
he trying to give him money and then he gave him the cigarettes.
Yep.
Yeah, just let me get the cigarettes.
Yeah, because at first he wasn't gonna give him the cigarettes.
No, and that's why he had the cigarette. Some of my fam rolled him up one.
Now,
I forgot my dude gave him a cigarette. He gave him a cigarette.
Yep, and then we get the first
The mid-credit.
mid-credit scene where you see Sammy playing.
Y'all talking about y'all had y'all moment of just
Gullibility.
yeah. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I thought Remick was gonna walk through. Cause I was like, it's gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a thing of evil always coming back.
Oh, like you called me back again?
Yeah, so you planned all these
Yeah.
years. Let me let you know what you done did.
You done
I
brought
didn't
me
think you
back
was gonna
slowly.
take away
What would have been cold would have been if somebody came in and they just said like Remix sent us his regards.
No, because then that leaves you open to thinking like, oh, we're gonna have us a sequel. This needs to be a one-off.
That
Oh,
I
they
read.
need to
So
do one
like,
of them.
I think just having Remick come in and being like, just let you know what you've been doing all these years, and just that's it.
But here's the thing, I do believe it is still similar to that, right? Even though that's Stack's cousin and everything like that,
It's still
the vampires and the music is still coming, and you know what I'm saying? They still drawn to it. He's like, man, yo, I got all your albums because we listen to it nonstop. I feel like it's still giving that, like, no matter what, even though Remick was the wrong shade of color and it seemed different, like, oh, somebody else is showing, but it's still showing this music, no matter what, it's appealing to us. You know what I'm saying? This vampiric coat and whatever like that. And you know what I'm saying? He showed up looking like a fucking 70s hustlers. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was
90s.
That was the 90s.
90s. Sorry, that 90s. 90s hustler.
Chicago in 92.
90s hustler, which, like I said, goes to Young Thug being a prophet. Hustlers don't stop. They keep going.
Look at that.
You might lose your life, but it's gonna keep going.
You might lose your life, but it'll keep going.
And then we get, like I said, the other one, like I said, we get this was more of a flashback.
But yes, I feel like it's a flashback. I also saw somebody saying that they think it's him at the end of his life.
So I missed it because you know.
Oh, you talking about Sammy?
Yeah, because they said
somebody said that they saw a shadow and they said it was him selling his soul.
Somebody said his reflection was shown.
Yeah.
They said his reflection. So that's
it was him.
I gotta go
choosing.
See if I can watch that.
Him choosing. Because I actually recorded it. So because I was on it. And I watched it.
Man, theaters don't know about those, do they?
Theaters are mad, but they'll be okay. They'll be all right. But like, I don't know though, because I feel like it was him probably playing for his dad. Like I don't think it was him playing for the devil or playing for like himself. I think it was him playing for his dad. Like, I'm gonna choose to stick with the blues, and this is what I could do with the blues instead of you thinking it's all sinning and sex and all that. Let me show you my rendition of this, this little light of mine. That's what I thought.
And shout out to his dad though, Saul Williams.
Yes.
Very well known poet and author. I was sitting there, I'm watching it.
I knew that face. That big ass haircut.
It was a haircut
because I'm watching it. I'm like, dog, he looked familiar. And I didn't put two and two together until I watched Tony Baker's review, and he was like, oh yeah, shout out to Saul Williams. I'm like, dog, that was Saul Williams.
The first time, like you said, that weak ass haircut. Then the second time, I was like, the fuck is that? I'm leaning forward. That's fucking Saul Williams.
But so I wanted to wait to the end to say this as my final wrap up in regards to this, because I said, you know what's great about this movie is that we just did all this deep dive in themes and everything like that about it and everything like that. But for those who don't even deep dive into it, this is just an enjoyable movie, right? Yeah. And I love this. This is going in Jordan Peele. This is going in Jordan Peele territory of those movies where I remember when Get Out came out and everybody had all these theories about everything. So what Jordan Peele did, he did that thing where he was like, all right, I'm gonna go in front of this college and I'm gonna talk to all these high people who pick apart films and hear everybody's theories. And everybody was saying all these theories and he was like, I didn't think about that. I just did that because I thought that was a cool shot. Yeah. And I was like, it's so hilarious that this movie is so great that it has all these themes and everything. We can pick it apart. We can say this. We can say that. Like, we can say this is what this means and everything like that. And Ryan Coogler was like, man, I just thought that was going to look cool on camera and shit like that. It's such a good film altogether. Like, for the film buff and for the casual goers, everybody can enjoy this shit.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Like, it's such a great motherfucking movie, man. Like,
this movie gonna do great when it goes to HBO or when it goes to stream or TV. Because I think that's the thing. The people who still don't do theaters or haven't been like, oh, well, I'm ready yet.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna see this movie and be like, I should have saw this shit.
It's gonna have a resurgence.
This is I feel like this is, I don't know if y'all saw Netflix CEO. Oh, people don't do
movies no more.
I think he was shook after seeing this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
we can do this. Because that's the thing too. They've been trying to reinvent film in the theater to make it more like, oh, this is amazing. Tenet and what was the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh,
Inception.
Oh, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That one was
even that. Yeah, even that. Like those, they keep trying to come with different angles, different background sounds. Like I get it because like Avatar, it's another one. Y'all trying and it takes a lot. He just proved you don't have to do all that, bro. You just have to have a great story. Good angles and creativity, and look what you can create for but it's not even just like a movie. And
great investments because you like
for the big screen. Like this is for the big screen. Like, if I had money, I would pay a true IMAX theater to play this
I
for
told
me
you,
on
remember,
the regular.
me and McCarty was looking it up. The closest one was Indiana, and we was like,
Yep.
we could
I swear to God.
But
I'm talking about
saying
even
that.
after it goes to stream.
But here's-
I would pay to go there and be like, hey, just play this.
But here's why I think that the ties has changed and why it can do that, right? And this is where I believe the positivity of podcasts come from. Where some people were like don't like podcasts, or whatever like that. And the positivity of long form content and talking to the unsung heroes in general, right there, right? We have been seeing more and more people behind the screen getting that superstar treatment, right? And I think that because of Ryan Coogler and explaining, bro, I've seen hood niggas talk about cinematography now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you gotta lean into those people that are creating, right? We're in that era of the creators, and I think because of that, you are the actors, superstars. They're superstars in every right, and they are supposed to be. But we are as a superstar. You're unless you are studying just the form of acting. A lot of times people will go, "Oh, who's in it? Michael B. Jordan. Oh, fuck with Michael B. Jordan. I'm gonna see it. Well, she's in it. She be killing roles. I'm gonna see it, right? Then you'll have those stage actors who are like, "Oh, I like this actor because of X, Y, and Z," and they're going. But the director also being a star in this form, that pays a lot. It helps a lot because now you got people who are like, "Oh, I understand this." Oh, you know what I'm saying? You got people breaking down in there. Other podcasts breaking down long form content, talking about the aspect ratio, the color grading, and stuff like that. It creates this whole new ecosystem of why film in theaters matter, because it's like, yes, you're not going to get that because everybody's not going to have all this type of equipment, or this is impossible, right? So it's like you need that part of the promo run and everything. You need the stars to be the stars, but you need those creatives to also have a voice and have an outlet to get that voice out to show that creative process. That's why behind the scenes is so much. That's you notice everybody now is doing a podcast, a deep dive in every show. We watch The Last of Us every day, and at the end of every episode, there's a little quick podcast clip. Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, when they get after every episode, a quick podcast. Everything comes in ties with that now because we now obsess over everything. We want to know the insides and outsides so we can have intellectual conversations on camera and with people about it. And did you see this thing? We get geeked. It's not even you know what's funny? It's not even it used to be see it first to be geeked, right? I saw it before, like, you know what I'm saying? That used to be the movie experience. Now it's bro, I bet you, did you see that theme though? Did you get this? When they was doing this, did you see how, like, now it's more so, and I believe Marvel also was played a hand in that. Marvel made so many Easter eggs, a hot thing, that now people get excited just to be like, oh, but I bet you didn't even catch that because, you know, in the comics is this, The Walking Dead, it's like everything all based off a graphic novel or something else. The Easter egg thing, the Easter egg hunt became so big that now people are paying attention to more things, more themes about things. You know, oh, this movie is this because it connects to this, and I bet you didn't even know about this in the past. So I think that's why, like I said, theater would never. I mean, film and theater, movie theaters would not truly go out of business when you have people like this, and we just got to make sure that these moments shine.
Yeah. I mean, I think we grew into this though because movies and everything just became so much more available.
Yeah.
Like when you can spend so much time binging everything, you're gonna start looking at everything differently.
Like think
about
it.
Try to figure out a way to find more interest.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's easy. That's why I said like it's not something wrong in saying that I know how this movie gonna go. Because it's like I watch so much movies now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen this story made
there's only
so many ways
to play out in a movie.
You just want to know how good you do it. I just want to know how good you do it now. Like I know how this goes.
I think that's the thing with Ryan is like he's taken a method and made it now. Because it's always been around. It ain't like it's foreign. You know what I'm saying? People have used these angles, these cameras, these lenses. They've done this already. Yeah. It's just the fact that you didn't think it was... They probably did not think it was important to do it in this manner. Mm-hmm. Because I can get away with it, and I can get away with something else.
He said that, and it was when he was talking with his cinematographer. I want to make sure I have her name because he was the first Black person to be able to use that specific IMAX camera. Yep. She was the first woman. And what was so dope about it was the last film that did it was Oppenheimer. Yeah, and she is her name is Autumn Archipel. I probably butchered her last name. I'm so sorry, but she was heavily influenced by the cinematographer for Oppenheimer. They were rep by the same agent, and he always says Christopher Nolan's one of his big influences. So when they got the chance to do it, they both were like, yeah, we just caught the person who last did it. He was talking about he was able to text Christopher Nolan. She was like, I was able to text the cinematographer, like I said, especially having the same agent. But they are true film geeks. Yep. And Coogler especially, talking how he talked like a regular nigga from Oakland.
That's what I'm saying.
Big.
I love it.
I love it
so much. I was glad somebody was gonna say it. Yeah. Because I enjoy watching his reels and stories and all that alone because it's like, boy, get your shit out.
Yeah. I've been sitting on the thought process of just him doing the reel with Kodak and him explaining the movie, right?
Yeah.
And all his glory, right, and all of that, the Oakland glory is just the accent, the style, the mannerisms. You know what I mean? Like that.
Growing up in Tony, you can't be professional soon.
So you know what's funny? I forgot what interview it was. He was like, "Damn, I'm saying a lot." And then it was like, "Yeah." He was like, "But no, it's the Breakfast Club." And he was like, "Man, it's cool, man. You just thinking it. You just trying to get your thoughts out." He was like, "Yeah, I didn't think about it that way, but I need to stop." Anyways, I was like, I just fuck with it, man. But like, you know what I'm saying? He also has a good sense of humor and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a genuine good dude and everything like that. So man, listen here. If y'all didn't see Sinners, man, go see Sinners, man. As you can see, we all love it, man. Go see that shit. We're gonna do quickie. We're gonna do quickie recommendations. Don't go in depth. We're gonna do quickie recommendations. I'm gonna say go back and watch your favorite hood movies with your adult eyes. Watching because like most of these hood movies from back in the day, I watched when I was a kid. So watching them now, it's like very different. Like you realize, again, like I said, picking apart themes and everything like that, noticing things. I'm just like, yo, these movies hold up very well. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of hood movies that like, yes, there are a lot of trauma and drama and everything like that. But those directors and actors really captured and embodied our culture and who we were and growing up, you know, especially if you grew up in the hood and like that. It was like, even though it was drama, there's still a lot of beauty in it. There was strong messaging in it. Right. Like I said, I love the dualities of it. So I would say, yeah, go check out your favorite hood movies, man. That's gonna be my recommendation.
Mine is definitely You. New season's out. Last season's out. Final killer season is out. You know what I'm saying? Joe Goldberg doing what he does best.
Doing what he does best.
As a fellow Scorpio, I salute you, Joe Goldberg. You said.
That's wild.
And Penn Bagley.
That's wild.
And Penn Bagley. He's Scorpio as well, too. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Scorpio energy out here, fam.
I'm going to recommend Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG. Basically set in a time. It's set in it's like 1900s France, I think.
I feel like it was.
But essentially, you're up against this lady. She's called the Paintress. Every year for the past 67 years, they haven't quite got to 100 years. She paints in the sky a number, and everybody older than that dies. So, in order to try to finally defeat the Paintress, every year they also send out an expedition to go kill her, so that way
to keep her from putting
she don't paint a new number, and everybody dies. So you are.
So when they see that number, go like, God damn, that is.
Essentially, because nobody ever comes back from the expedition, I guess. And so essentially, every year. It's like, this is Expedition Day. This is the night before Expedition Day, which is the night that the Paintress is going to paint the next number down. So she's counting down from 100.
Right, absolutely.
So they had 100 years to defeat her, and you on Expedition 33. That lets you know how many times they done failed.
Jeez,
all right. I'm gonna say my recommendation would be Havoc, new movie on Netflix. Cop Dirty Cop Thriller. Who is it? Bane.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, starring Tom Hardy and Forrest Whitaker. It's actually from the directors of The Raid. So if you ever watched The Raid and you know how the fight sequence is, you know how like the movements are. Yeah, bro. Same.
The fast pace. So it's one of the fast pace fights. Okay, yeah.
As soon as it come on, it kind of gives you like a little drama, and then it goes right into it.
Oh yeah, I mean the Raid is all time favorite.
Oh, bro, that's what I was like. What's funny is I watched it at the shop and I'm like, damn, this looks like the Raid. And then I just had to go back out and read the snaps. It's like from the directors of the Raid.
For me, I got two real quick. The first one is obviously go check out WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. That shit was fire. Just get in there and consume a little bit of wrestling. Just small 18 hours of wrestling. That's nothing too big. Just go ahead and hold that down a little bit. But something I found out recently, I think it's like 4 or 5 seasons now. The Miss Pat Show.
Oh yes,
That's
Miss Fat Show on BT.
Hilarious. On BT Plus, that I said check that out.
You seen the video? It's the dark skinned mom lady. She be cussing the shit out of her kids.
Bigger lady.
Yeah, she be but she keep it real. She seemed like she definitely seemed like the mom in the hood, the one that if you was really? If you was a kid in the hood and you let's say you was doing some shit like Ronnie, you get your ass up out of that motherfucker. She
absolutely that's the energy she give off.
Miss Pat,
the Miss Pat show,
Miss Pat show, yeah. Yeah, OG recommendation, man. Go to geeksetpodcast.com and get you the spring collection is motherfucking out. Like I said, you see it, you know what I'm saying? Bacardi doing this damn thing.
Commercial's gonna be coming soon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you go to geeksetpodcast.com, check out all of our past articles, check out all of our past episodes, man. Make sure for our listeners, man, listen here. If you are just podcast specific, continue to rate. Like I said, put some comments on there. You can do one-on-one with Deuces is now its own podcast as well there. So make sure you rate over there as well. Make sure you follow everybody's Twitch and social media. Like I said, Didge been twitching like crazy lately. King been doing more reviews. Trip been dropping in more reels and everything like that. Bacardi been twitching more. I'm about to start twitching more. We are out here. So there's different ways to find us. Make sure you go to patreon.com/geekset. It's one of the best ways to support us. And join our Discord, a whole bunch of dope people talking dope shit. But as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out. Peace.
Ooh, the outro video wasn't said.
I thought you did it.
No, the actual video wasn't said.
The one thing that I absolutely love about the culture is that it's still embedded in Black culture.
White geeks still rock Dunks or Jordans, and they also talk about Batman versus Superman. Batman and versus Superman is literally Brown versus Jordan.
Dragon Ball Z, my whole trajectory in life changed. Don't nobody talk to me. My shit is on.
We just finna experience it. It look like it's gonna be real deep.
Oh my God, this is crazy! The elevation from where King Vader started to now is crazy.
Black geek culture helped me through some of the highs in my life, some of the lows in my life. It's always been there, sort of like an undercurrent to everything that I did.
There was no term for it. It was just, this is what I'm doing.
I love us in it. I love the fact that we take things and we always make it better.